All right, we're good to go right now. We can go ahead and get started with our pregame. Fired up there, Stephanie.
Now, Mix 94.5 presents Scott City Beaver Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Scott City Ace Hardware, Norder Supply, Great Western Tire, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Recreation Commission, Giftologist, Platinum H Insurance, Scott City Ice Center, Next Tech Wireless, Lot Motors, United Wireless, Lewis Automotive Group, Precision Ag and Seed, A-Plus Aviation, Perfect Auto Detailing, Miller Veterinary Clinic, State Farm Agent Michael Trout, Fro Heating and Cooling, Plain Jan's, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, American Implement, Bertus Motors, Fairleigh Feed Yard, Pro Adjuster, First National Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Scott Pro, Security State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Wheatland Electric, Scott City Booster Club, Security State Bank, Land to Legacy Real Estate, Park Lane Nursing Home, and Farm Bureau Agent Neil Baker.
Welcome to the Scott Co-op Pregame Show. When it comes to success, it's all about teamwork. Whether it's the Scott City Beavers or your farming operation, it's teamwork that counts. You can count on the entire Scott Co-op team to make your operation successful. Here's Adam Kadavy.
And good evening and welcome to the Center. It's one more time on the court for the Scott City Beavers before the Christmas break as the Lady Beaver and Beaver Boys tonight take on the Goodland Cowboys and Cowgirls. The girls' side of things, it's going to be a tough challenge tonight for the Lady Beavers. Looking to come back and snap a two-game losing streak. They lost to Colby on the road on Friday night, 60-44, in a game that they were tied at 38 early in the fourth quarter, but then Colby would go on a 22-6 run to close out the ball game as the Lady Beavers this year 3-2 on the season. In front of them is the defending state champion and winners of 19 in a row, the Goodland Cowgirls, who are 5-0 on the year, and they have scored 60 points or more in every game, have not allowed any more than 39 points in a contest. They defeated Holcomb on the road on Friday night, 69-36. They're 5-0 on the year, and they are off to a very hot start here so far this year. Boys game could be a pretty good one here as you see Scott City looking to come back after a tough loss on Friday night at Colby 52-41. They are now 4-2 on the year. They're guaranteed a winning record in the month of December for the first time since the 2016-2017 campaign. In front of them tonight is an improved Goodland squad that's 3-2 on the year. They lost to Holcomb on Friday night 47-37 on the road as the Cowboys are 3-2 on the year. Their losses are to Lakin and Holcomb. I hope you enjoy the broadcast here of our doubleheader. Final games for both these squads before the Christmas break. We'll come back in 3 minutes and we'll hear comments from head coach Amy Faler as Scott City and Goodland set to do battle here on a doubleheader here on a Tuesday night before the Christmas break. Back in 3 minutes, this is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
Great Western Tire is happy to be a part of the Scott City community. They have what you need when it comes to oil, fuel, or tires. Great Western Tire is your source for BF Goodrich, Dunlop, Goodyear, Kelly, Michelin, and Titan tires, with service trucks for on-the-farm pit stops. They're also your headquarters for 24-hour fuel. Take advantage of their Card-Troll gas, diesel, and off-road fuel to go along with offering bulk fuel delivery. Don't forget to bring your vehicle in for an oil change or alignment. Great Western Tire, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 to 1. Visit their locations at Colby, Oakley, and Scott City.
Not even the weatherman knows for sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought can and will happen. Although a long dry spell can ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. Make sure you secure your future with multi-peril crop insurance from QBE, NAU, and Western Kansas Insurance. You and your family deserve the QBE, NAU peace of mind. See Western Kansas Insurance Services at 310 Court Street in Sky City, Kansas today for more information. NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, give us a call at 620-872-3790 or visit our website at scottcf.org. We are Scott Community Foundation, securing our community's future.
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. They're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, they're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track. Contact Farm Bureau agent Neil Baker in Dighton at 620-397-5345 or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hudenberta Benz in Scott City and Leota. Joined here with Coach Amy Faler here in the pregame, and thanks again for joining me here this evening. A tough loss on Friday night at Colby, 60-44, and really that score was not how from the final, how close it was up until the end there. But looking back, what did you see maybe went wrong against the Lady Eagles on Friday night?
You know, we got out-rebounded too many on Friday night. Gave up too many offensive rebounds, which led to little easy putbacks, and too many turnovers. You know, we got to make sure we really value the ball and take pride in every possession and make sure we look for the right pass and not just get
Colby's guards. Did that maybe surprise you guys a little bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, we knew going in that they were going to be quick and they were going to really attack the basket. And our defense just had a lot of miscues, and we just didn't rotate quite the way we usually do. You know, and those things lead to fouls, lead to easy baskets. You know, and we just got to make sure our defense is number one every night when we step out on the court.
Once again, it is Coach Amy Faler here pregame. Scott City takes on Goodland. Well, the Cowgirls have really picked up from where they left off with their state championship run last year, and this is a team that's undefeated coming into tonight, 5-0, and they had a big win at Holcomb last Friday night. You take a look at Goodland, and this is going to be a pretty tough test for you guys here tonight.
You know, their defense is phenomenal. They are quick, aggressive. They can jump out of the gym. They rotate from their man to their 1-3-1. And you just got to react and control the ball, take care of it. You know, we got to keep the turnover number way down. But on the other side of the thing, we have to be ready to attack them. You know, we have to try to draw some fouls and get to the free throw line.
They have a very tough 1-3-1 zone, and in that zone, I mean, you have at least 5'11", 6 foot all across the board there. What are some things that you can do to maybe counter that 1-3-1 zone?
You know, we're just going to try to rotate the ball and keep them moving. We don't want to stand with the ball too long. We want to, you know, kick in and then try to find our shooters on the outside. But we just got to make sure we're attacking and making a nice pass to make our teammate get a good shot.
You know, this is the final game before Christmas. It's hard to believe there's 7 games in, and this month of December actually went pretty fast.
It has. You know, we've played a lot of games in a short amount of time, but the girls have been working hard. We know that there's still a lot of season left, and we've got a lot of stuff to keep working on. You know, we just want to come out tonight, put a good showing on the court, really work on some rebounding and controlling the turnovers, but we still got a lot of work to do before January.
Final game before the Christmas break here tonight for Scott City as they play host to Goodland. Coach Amy Faler here in the pregame. And Coach, thank you for the time and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Amy Faler. Pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come with your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the match. I'll bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Stressful. Ease the stress with a trip to your Christmas shopping destination.
Okay, we can go another 3 minutes here, please. And Stephanie, you can go ahead and play that legal ID going in or coming back in to me from the break there. Thank you.
Get quality stocking stuffers at great prices. Don't forget that Giftologists has Giftwrap. The country independent goods are available to ease the stress of Christmas shopping. To Giftologists in Scott City and Leota. Weather's Land and Livestock wishes the Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-2023 season. Proud to support the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 KSKL. Dedication, persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities,
conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua.
That's what Dr. Joshua Goodland and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it deserves. Dr. Goodland can diagnose and treat an array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. It's easy to see that Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Goodland today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all areas of school activities.
Preparation
put our heart in health care.
Hand in life. I'm Michael Child from State Farm. If something happened, would your family be private? My insurance is just the right thing to do. The way to be prepared. Stop by. Call at Michael Child State Farm. Work with me. Best life insurance plan fits your needs. Make sure you have it. This isn't something to put off on the field of life. Michael Child State Farm. Scott City.
Not working? Or some random fixer-upper? Likely not. You call the real heating experts at Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Bryant dealer in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes to keep you warm inside. Find out how you can save up to 40% on your heating and cooling bill with the Bryant Evolution system. Call your Nate certified experts at 872-2954 to help you save money on heating costs. Free estimates are available. Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes.
We all know the weather in western Kansas changes daily, and that's why your Ream specialist, Faro Heating and Cooling, is there for prompt quality service. Faro Heating and Cooling services all brands for tube heaters, gas fireplaces, gas piping, and sheet metal. They service for both residential and commercial units. For repairs or estimates, call 620-872-3508 or visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faro Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
Mix 94.5 KSKL, Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
And we are back here inside the Scott Community Events Center here as we're getting set for a doubleheader of basketball tonight with Scott City and the Goodland Cowboys and Cowgirls here. Taking a look at the sub-state standings coming into tonight. The Goodland girls are 5-0 in this overall. They have a 1/2 game lead on Cimarron, who is 5-1, is not playing tonight. Colby 4-1 on the year. They have a favorable matchup against Russell tonight. Both Holcomb and Lake and 3-2 have tonight off, and Scott City and Southwestern Heights are both 3-3. Larned girls are 1-5. So right now, Lady Beavers sitting in a tie for 6th with Southwestern Heights. Coming into tonight on the boys' side, Colby's alone unbeaten at 5-0. They'll have a good matchup tonight with the Russell Broncos. Holcomb at 4-1. They have the night off. Scott City at 4-2. Goodland at 3-2. So this one's really kind of a battle on the boys' side between 3rd and 4th place right now in the sub-state standings heading into night. Lakin coming in at number 5. Cimarron 2-4, Larned 1-5, and Southwestern Heights at 0-6. That's how the sub-state standings look coming into tonight. All right, so here we are with league action, a non-league game, I should say. Of course, none of the league games will be played head-to-head until January. Of course, the return trip for Scott City and to Goodland is coming up on the 21st of February. That's the last game of the regular season. Take a look at tonight's matchup here. The Cowgirls, they have looked pretty good here tonight and are coming into tonight, and they have played pretty well. 14-game win streak heading into tonight, or 18 straight games, I should say, coming into tonight. They've won the first 5 of the year, and they're doing it with a lot of balance. Telexa Weeder, well, she's been a big bulk of that balance. 25 points for her so far. She had a career-high 40 in the tournament record against Burlington. Broke her mom's record of points in a single game, and also the tournament record of points through 3 games in that topside tip-off a couple weeks ago. They beat Burlington in that championship game 68-33. Also beat Lakin 64-39, Ulysses 67-26, and then against Holcomb on Friday night, 69-36. That was their season high of points, by the way, 69 at Holcomb. And this team has been shooting the ball very well. It's not that they're doing it from three-point range, because that's not the case. They're doing it from outside, and they have been pretty good here coming into tonight. Or they're doing it inside, I should say, driving strong to the basket. A team that's already attempted 100 free throws through 5 games. That's, well, a little over 21 a game, actually, right now coming into tonight. So they're getting to the foul line a lot. They're getting a lot of two-point baskets. They've made 12 threes through 5 games so far this year, and their leading three-point shooter is Telexa Weeder at 6 of those, and she's doing it more driving in. She's already been to the free throw line 36 times this year. Olivia Lehman, the 5'11 senior, their second leading scorer at averaging 10 points a game, a team that's averaging 64 points a contest through the first 5 games, and they are giving up no more than 39 points a game. They're giving up about 34 points a contest. They held Syracuse to 20, Ulysses to 26, Lakin 39, Burlington 33, and Holcomb 36. And that 36 against Holcomb is pretty good effort, because Holcomb's been shooting the ball very well here to begin the season here so far. But Scott City looking to provide a good challenge here tonight, but it's going to be a tough one for the Lady Beavers. And, you know, that was a game where it really probably turned right at the end of the first quarter last Friday night at Colby there. And a game where the Lady Beavers led 15-8 late stage of the first quarter, and then Colby scores 7 in a row in about the last 10, 11, 12 seconds of that first quarter. And it was 15 all right at the end of the first quarter. Scott City could never lead in the second half very much, and they tied it up at 38 early fourth quarter. But then after that, it was a 22-6 run for Colby, and they pulled away to win it 60-44. That final really not a representation of how close the game was throughout, even though Colby led it by quite a bit in that second half. But really the story last Friday night for Scott City, a season-high 25 turnovers in the loss for the Lady Beavers. That was big in the rebounding. Coach alluded to that a little bit in the pregame. Turnovers and rebounding were the big key story on Friday night against the Colby Lady Eagles here in Scott City. Tonight's looking to pull a huge upset here against a 5-0 Goodland Cowgirl squad. As Scott City's now 3-3 on the season, entering here to tonight, averaging 42 points a game. But really the breakdowns on defense hurt Scott City against Colby on Friday night. And You can't afford to do that here tonight against a very good Cowgirl team that's going to drive on you. All right, well, let's take let's see here. Get you caught up with what's going on in the league tonight real quickly. Mentioned tonight you have just a couple of games in the league here. This one, the only head-to-head league matchup. You have Scott City and Goodland. Of course, it doesn't count toward the league standings. Colby is hosting the Russell Broncos at the Event Center. That's their third game in a row in the last 6 days, or 5 days, I should say. They had Sunday and Monday off, of course, but they had games Friday and Saturday. They swept Stratton, Colorado, did both the Colby boys and girls, and then they host Russell tonight. It'd be an interesting matchup down in Hugoton tonight, where the Hugoton Eagles are hosting the Liberal Redskins, and be really intrigued with that girls matchup, how Hugoton bounces back after their 15-point loss at Cimarron on Friday night. And that boys game could be a good one. The Hugoton boys are they may be off to a slow start record-wise, but that is a very solid team this year, and probably the favorite to win the league on the boys' side yet once again here this year. But that'll be a good matchup there. That'll be up and down all over the floor there tonight in that matchup with the Eagles and Liberal Redskins on the boys' side. Of course, Holcomb has the night off. Cimarron has the night off as well, and so does Ulysses. Of course, next game for Scott City won't be until the 6th of January when they head to Hugoton, and then they will only have 2 games in January before the Sterling Invitational. They'll go to Hugoton on the 6th and then host Holcomb the 13th. And so that's what's coming up over the next couple of games for the Scott City Beavers. For Goodland, they will come back on the 6th and go to Cimarron, and then they host Colby and Hugoton. I guess you could call it Eagle Week on the 10th and 13th of January. We will go ahead and step aside for a timeout here as we're moments away from the start of tonight's matchup here between Scott City and Goodland. Their first 2 meetings this year for the Beavers and the Cowboys, Cowgirls. Step aside for this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball. I'll let you know when to bring it back here, but it'll be for a little while here.
To loved ones near and far. With unlimited data as low as $25 a month, you can get the phone you want with the features you need from the best people. Tech Wireless, keeping kids connected.
Here's Odessa from Plain Jan's.
Oh, we do so many things.
Tell us about it, Odessa.
Well, we rent houses, big houses, little houses.
Okay, what else?
Plain Jan's Prince gloves. Lots and lots and lots of gloves.
Tell me more.
Out of my grandma who started Plain Jan's 35 years ago.
Wow, that was in 1987?
Yep, I wasn't even born then, and my mom Allie was just a little kid.
Now we know about Plain Jan's.
35 years old? Wow, that's really old.
United Wireless believes in delivering value to their customers and supporting our local communities. United continues to invest in their network for people and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Protect your bottom line with
City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faroe Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
back here. Sorry about that. All right, welcome back here to the Scott Community Events Center. Get started about 15 minutes late, but that's all right. As it's Scott City and Goodland here getting going here. We'll get your starting lineups here tonight, presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Goodland Cowboys, they're coached by Bill Bierman in his 5th season. He's accumulated a 64-34 record during his tenure as the head boys coach, or head girls coach. He was the boys coach for a while as well, and also serves as Goodland superintendent. He's assisted by Connie Livengood and Delaney Pollard. Haley Bierman will get the start tonight. She is a 5'5 junior, averages less than a point a game. Jaxie Mitchak, a 5'9 junior, averages 7.4 points, 2.6 rebounds a game. Telexa Weeder is a 6-foot senior, has signed with Fort Hays State, averaging nearly 25 points a game at 24.6, and she has grabbed 8.4 rebounds a contest. Lindsay Cure, a 6-foot senior, at 7 points and nearly 7 rebounds a game, and it's Olivia Lehman rounding out the starting 5, the 5'11 senior, averaging 10.4 points and 2.4 boards a game. Haley Bierman, Jaxie Mitchak, Telexa Weeder, Lindsay Kieran, Olivia Lehman. They had 4 returning starters from last year's state championship team and are off to a 5-0 start. For the Lady Beavers of Scott City, coached by Amy Faler in her 3rd season, assisted by Aaron Myers. It'll be the 5 that has started the first 4 games of the season. Brinley Stevens, a 5'6 junior, averaging nearly 1 point and 2 rebounds a game. Kendall Gentry, a sophomore at 5'3. The sophomore averaging 4.7 points and 3.8 rebounds a contest. Brooke Strine, the 6'1 senior, averaging 16.2 points and 8.2 rebounds a game. Erica Felker, the junior at 5'6 at 13.3 points and 3.3 boards a game. And Cheyenne Kramer, the 5'9 junior, averaging 3 points and 3.3 rebounds a game. Brinley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer are the starting 5 tonight for the Scott City Lady Beavers. And those are your Security State Bank starting lineups. And now we will head over to our keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. We go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight for Scott City. Handle that 1-3-1 zone. It can be a booger with the length. And handle the length there. Second key is worked on the rebounding. They haven't done as good a job last couple games in rebounding. Those are your keys presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Goodland on the court right now with their road black uniforms and gold numbers and letters. Scott City in their home whites with the navy blue numbers, letters, light blue trim. It'll be Lindsay Cure and Brooke Strine tipping center. As the tap is won by Goodland as we're underway. Mitchak drives left side, cut off there. Now out high and it'll go to Haley Bierman. Scott City needs to rotate on the defense. They leave 3 wide open for Mitchak, but she grabs her own long rebound. Another crack at it for the Goodland Cowgirls. Just seconds into the game here, no score. First trip down the floor for Goodland here as they won the tap. Left side to Bierman, skips it over to Weeder, looking to drive in. Nice recovery on the defense. Scott City starting in a 2-3 zone. Bierman left baseline to Olivia Lehman. Guarded now at high Mitchak. She'll drive left lane line. Her floater is good, and she has attempted both shots for Goodland. They lead 2-0, 7:20 to go first quarter. And Goodland opens up to 1-3-1, and it can be intimidating with Cure at that top of the 1-3-1, the 6-foot senior. Gentry deflected pass out to Felker, and the pass is going to be stolen away by Telexa Weeder. Those cross-court passes may not work tonight, and the layup for Telexa Weeder makes it 4-0 Goodland first minute of the game. Lady Beavers coming off a season-high 25 turnovers in their loss at Colby, and they do turn the ball over again. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for Scott City. Mitchak in transition, almost double dribble. Got it stripped out of her hands by Erica Felker. It's going to be Cowgirl ball with 6:45 to go first quarter, already up 4-0. Inbound into Lindsay Cure, into Weeder at the block. Pivots, bank shot right side over Brooke Strine is good. Weeder with 4 already, and it's 6-0 with 6:38 to go first period of play. Goodland coming out solid. 3 of their first 4 shots. Scott City's not attempted a shot. Kramer now to stride the left elbow from 16. Off to left in the rebound to Lindsey Cure. That was Scott City's first shot attempt of the night. They shot the ball pretty well against Colby on Friday night. Now in the runner, no. Follow up Lehman, and she's fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. 6:18 to go first quarter. Already 6-0 for Goodland. That foul on Brooke Strine, her first. That's the ball game's first foul. Lehman to the line where she has 77% on the year as a team. Goodland at 62%. Lehman has improved her free throw shooting from last year, and it's already 7-0 Goodland. 6:18 to go first quarter. Avery Lewis, who started the last 2 games for Scott City, checks in for the first time and replaces Kendall Gentry. And Olivia Lehman with her first 2 points of the night, and they apply full court pressure. Already 8-0, and Felker is trapped, and she has the ball knocked out by Lindsey Cure. And you get it into the back corner there. That's always no man's land and a no-no in a trapping team. Inbound into Felker. Now lead pass too high for Lewis. 3rd turnover, and the lead pass knocked out by Brenley Stevens. Already 3 turnovers for Scott City here. The first a minute 51 of this game. Weeder to trigger it in will do so. Out high to Bierman right side. Up top to Midcheck. They'll work it around to Flexa. Weeder fires a 3 short. Rebound to Brooke Strine for Scott City. Lady Beavers down already 8-0. 2 minutes into this game, final game before the break. Already Scott City will be over a third of their season here after tonight. Right side out high. Felker, that's going to be a carry, and that's going to be the 4th turnover on Scott City. 4 turnovers in the first 5 possessions here for the Lady Beavers, and they trail 8-0 here. 5:46 here in the opening period. Goodland to walk it across with Haley Bierman as Scott City goes back to their 2-3 zone out high. Here's a Midcheck 3, and she's off to the left on that one, but Telexa Weeder gets a rebound, and Goodland will reset here. They already have 3 offensive boards in this first quarter. 5:20 to work first quarter. Driving right side was Bierman cut off out high to Midcheck. Back to Bierman right side. Not much of a shooting threat, but the ball somehow finds Weeder, and she'll try to throw one up, and they're going to get a foul on that. And they're going to get a foul on Erica Felker, her first. Team second, and 2 free throws for Telexa Weeder. With 5:12 to go first quarter. She's been one that she was good last year, and she's improved tremendous for the Cowgirls from last year. This year she hits the free throw where she's 78% on the year. And Goodland with the first night of the ball game with 5:12 to go first quarter as they bring in Jordan Owens, a 5'10 sophomore, and Mackenzie Metzger in for Scott City for the first time, the 5'5 sophomore at 2 at Colby. Weeder with 6 first quarter points already, and they lead 10-0. They've hit their last 4 from the free throw, and there's a blocking foul at high, and that was a good attack by Erica Felker, drawing the contact, and the foul on Jaxie Mitchek. That's Goodland's first foul of the game with 5:10 to go first quarter. Felker to inbound it, needing to find somebody, gets it into Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger to try to bring it across, has the dribble still in the backcourt as we approach 5 minutes to go first quarter. She's into the front court, across her dribble goes right. Now the pass thrown away. Already 5 turnovers in 6 possessions for Scott City. Here comes Haley Bierman racing across. Almost lost the dribble. Now at high to Jordan Owens, and she will almost throw it away. Tracked down near half court by Telexa Weeder, guarded by Felker. Left-sided to go to Bierman. Now to Owens. Ball swatted, and that's going to be last touch by Goodland. Good defense by Brooke Strine, forcing Goodland into their first turnover of the night. And Coach Bill Bierman wants a 30-second timeout with 4:39 to go first quarter. 10-0 Goodland already with the lead. Scott City's only attempted 1 shot to this moment. Basketball tonight presented by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt. Also Burning Farms, Brickover Cattle Company, Shells, Flyers, and more, Decal Bear, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh Berta Benz, also Fairleigh Companies, and First National Bank. Already a 10-0 Cowgirl lead. They have won the last 4 in this series. Have won 2 in a row in Scott City. Last win for Scott City in this series. You have to go back to the Sub-State game in 2020 where they won in overtime 54-45. Scott City won the inaugural game on the girls' side in this building. That was their last home win against the Cowgirls. Right now, Goodland up 10-0 here. 4:39 to go first quarter. Scott City's only attempted one shot. They have 5 turnovers. And now ball deflected, and they have another turnover. 6 turnovers already in the first 3.5 minutes and only one shot. Goodland is 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Haley Bierman launches a 3 and knocks it down, her first 3 of the year. And it's a 13-0 Cowgirl lead with 4:20 to go here in the opening stages of this first quarter. And now Erica Felker may have gotten away with the walk. She hits the deck. Cheyenne Kramer with it. Now back to Felker. She looks to drive in. Will lose the ball, or be deflected, out of bounds. At the 4:08 mark of the first quarter to still belong to the Lady Beavers, who are down 13-0 as Coach Bill Behrman goes to Jason Herenick, the 5'5 junior, in the lineup for the first time, replacing Jaxie Mitchek. Right now, just 2 starters on the court for Goodland. Into Strine off the glass. No. Got her own follow shot. No. Ripped away by Felker. And then she is fouled by Lindsay Cure. So good persistence that time on the glass by Scott City. And they will head to the line to shoot 2. Second team foul on Goodland. The first on Lindsay Cure. Scott City looking for their first points of the night. And there it is, the first point with 4:01 to go first quarter. Felker, 21-29 on the year at the line, put Scott City on the board at the 4:01 mark of the first quarter at 13-1. Megan Trout in for the first time. Kendall Gentry returns to the Scott City lineup. Second free throw crawls in for Felker and makes it 13-2 at the midway point of the first quarter. Goodland has hit 4 of their first 7 shots. Scott City 0 of their first 3 shots. And Weeder launches a deep 3. He crawls off, rebound underneath to Kendall Gentry for Scott City. Here come the Lady Beavers, down 11. In Strine, her runner, bank shot wide right, and the rebound goes to Lindsay Cure for Goodland. We got a whistle and a holding foul on Scott City. That'll be their third team foul of the first half. That'll be charged to Mackenzie Metzger at first. As Haley Blocklinger checks in for the first time, she's a 5'9 junior. She averages 5 points off the bench, and that will be Lindsay Cure. So Weeder, her and Haley Bierman, the only starters on the floor right now for Goodland here, with 3.5 to go in the first. They've had 4 different players score. 13-2 right now. Weeder, scoop shot, splits the traffic and gets it to go. 15-2 with 3:18 to go first quarter, as she has now 8 first quarter points and a whistle, and that's going to be a travel on Kendall Gentry out high. And Scott City with 7 turnovers, and that'll allow Olivia Lehman to check in for Jordan Owens. Turnovers have been an issue for Scott City over the last 2 games, as they trail here 15-2 as we approach 3 to go first quarter. Hernig with it. Bounce pass right elbow inside the block lane. Lobbed it in. Stolen by Strine. Goodland's second turnover. 15-2 is your score here with 2:55 to go first quarter. Kendall Gentry drives right side. Now finds a cutting Strine. Backside to Mackenzie Metzger. She'll fire a 17-footer. Knock it down. Nice shot for the 5'5 sophomore. 15-4 with 2:45 to go first quarter. She was hot shooting in the JV game earlier today. Maybe that'll trickle over here to the varsity. Left side, Bierman will launch a 3, and it'll be short, but the rebound, Olivia Lehman gets it over the top, that time of Felker, her 4th point, and makes it 17-4 with 2:25 to go first quarter. So Goodland with already 4 offensive boards in this first quarter. And now to Trout, finds Strine, nice drive, and the shot is good. Nice ball movement on that possession by Scott City. And Strine will head to the line to shoot 2. Looking for her first points of the night. The 3rd team foul on Goodland, the first on Telexa Weeder. Both teams have 3 fouls here. Strine, a 74% free throw shooter. Scott City as a team is 67%, and the free throw is good for Strine. Coming off a 17-point performance against Colby on Friday night, hits her first point. And is going to be Lindsay Cure replacing Haley Blocklinger. Second free throw for Strine. The southpaw knocks it down, making it 17-6-4 of Scott City. 6 points from the line. Both teams shooting it perfectly from the free throw line here in the first quarter. So we're down to the 2-minute mark. Tuluxa Weeder up top, goes left to Bierman. Scott City staying to that 2-3 zone. Now Cure up top to Weeder, fires a 3. And 2 strung off the hill. Long rebound, though, goes to Lindsey Cure. The 5th offensive board for Goodland. And then Cure, the spin move, may have gotten away the walk. No. Weeder goes up, can't get it, but she's fouled. And that'll be on Mackenzie Metzger. That'll be her 2nd and the team's 4th. So Metzger has 2 of the Scott City's 4 fouls in the first quarter. Weeder already has hit 2 free throws this period. 2 strong on that first one. As it'll be Brindley Stevens in for Metzger. Jaxie Mitchek checks in, replacing Haley Bierman. And Haley Blocklinger will check in for Weeder if she hits this free throw. With 1:46 to go, opening stanza. Second free throw is good. Weeder with 9, she'll exit. 18-6, Cowgirl lead as at 12. 1:46 to go first quarter. And they'll inbound in a little pressure by Goodland. They have Felker trapped, but somehow gets it to try to. Oh, she stepped right on the sideline with her right foot. Turnover number 8 on Scott City. When you inbound and a trapping team, you cannot get into a corner because that just turns into an ally for the defenders there. That caused a bad pass or a series of bad passes. Now Olivia Lehman takes a strong shot. No, underneath there in the rebound to Kendall Gentry. Her 2nd board of the first quarter. That one was a tough rebound for her, but she gets it with 1:25 to go. Gets a screen. She goes right to Felker. Looks for a cutter. Deflected, and Lindsey Cure with good defense. 9th Scott City turnover. Use their length to her advantage around stride. Now Mitchek will go by a couple underneath to Olivia Lehman. Her shot, no. Rebound, Blocklinger, follow-up, no. 3rd time as good as Mitchek gets hammered in the face. Goodland with already 8 offensive boards in this first quarter. Megan Trout with the foul, her first. Jaxie Mitchek, 50% free throw shooter. That free throw too strong. The foul once again on Megan Trout, her first, team's 5th. With 1:09 to go first quarter. Cheyenne Kramer in for Scott City, also Avery Lewis. Back in is Alexa Weeder for Goodland. Mitchek hits 1 out of 2. She has 3. It's 19-6. Final minute of this first quarter. Now, once again, trapped is Felker, and Goodland forces the 10th turnover, and an easy 2 for Lindsey Cure. Makes this a 21-6 game with a minute to go first quarter. Cannot inbound the ball into the left corner there. Goodland traps you, and they take advantage of it. Nice strong move, and Felker has 4 with the layup on the left side. 21-8, 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A nice answer back for Scott City. And it goes to Lindsey Cure. She is tied up underneath, and a good defensive effort by Scott City. And they will force Goodland into their 3rd turnover here with 40.7 to go first quarter as Goodland backs off on the full court pressure as the Cowgirls have built up a 21-8 lead here. Team that's averaging 64 a game, and the pass is deflected. And then the last touch trying to get the steal was Jaxie Mitchek out of bounds. It'll belong to Scott City with 32.4 to go. Just have to be stronger with the basketball, have strong passes. Here's Avery Lewis, left corner, quickly guarded. Ball deflected and stolen by Blocklinger. 11th Scott City turnover here in this first quarter with 20 seconds to go. And Mitchek goes coast to coast to the layup. She has 5, and it's 23-8 with 17 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City will be trapped out across the half court. They'll pass it to now right baseline to Cheyenne Kramer from Kendall Gentry with 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Bullet pass left side to Brindley Stevens. Finds Felker. She'll launch a 3, and it's blocked right at the end of the first quarter by Alexa Weeder. Scott City trails by 15 going into the second quarter. The number 1 ranked team in 3A, 23-8. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech, and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva Agri-Science, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
If you are in the market for a new
Looking
or
for a
used
fresh
vehicle,
start?
check
How
out
buying a new car or home, we at Security State Bank want to help you with all the financial changes in your life, to choosing the perfect home for your family or starting a new business. Let Security help you. Come into one of our locations in Scott City or Leota. Visit our website at ssbscott.com or call 620-872-7224 to find out how Security State Bank can support you throughout the changes in your life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lady Beavers with 11 first quarter turnovers. Goodland leading Scott City 23-8. Lady Beavers were out rebounded in that first quarter 10-7. Back to action here as it's Goodland's ball to begin the second quarter with a 15-point lead. And they have been pretty dominant here, the Cowgirls here in this first quarter, using their length, forcing turnovers, and have frustrated Scott City here in the first 8+ minutes of this game. Weeder, she has 9 to lead Goodland. Scott City led by Erica Felker's 4 points, 4 of their team's 8. Now driving in is Weeder. Layup is good. She has 11, and it's 25-8 here in the first seconds of the second quarter. Lady Beavers were 4 of 4 at the line. Goodland was 6 of 8 in that first quarter. Whistle and a foul out high. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Cowgirls this half. They're going to get Lindsay Cure with a foul out high. That's her second, team's 4th of the half. As Scott City inbounds it, Brooke Strine can't handle it, and it's going to be turnover number 12. 25-8 Goodland with the lead. Scott City was 2 of 7 shooting in that first quarter. As Goodland with the ball now left side, here's Telexa Weeder. They were 8 of 18 from the floor in that first quarter. Telexa Weeder a little strong on the 3, but the backside board to Jaxie Mitchek. And now Lindsay Carroll driving strong. Blocked by Strine, and she'll get the board through a lot of contact. Strine with 4 rebounds in this first half. Here's we're down to 6:45 to go second quarter, and Goodland goes to a man-to-man with a 25-8 lead. Lewis dribbles behind her back, gets a screen, goes right, now lobs it into Strine. Back to Lewis. She'll throw up a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Scott City ball on the possession arrow. But you got to like to see the aggressiveness by Lewis taking it. A shot there, even though she missed it. As you got to be aggressive and see what happens here. Lindsay Kier will check out, and Olivia Lehman in, replacing Jordan Owens. Scott City will get another sub next dead ball. Felker to get it into Brinley Stevens, guarded by Mitchek tightly, and then here's Felker back to Stevens that high. Left baseline to Avery Lewis. She'll try the deep 2 with the fit on the line and knocks it down. Her first 2 of the night, 25-10, 6:20 to go first half, and Scott City with their first points of the half. Both teams with 2 points each here in the second quarter. Lewis had 4 at Colby on Friday night. Hadn't career high against Cimarron the week before. Or the game before, I should say. Weeder will fire a deep 3 left side. That one's on target, but a little short, head off the rim. But rebound into the hands of Blocklinger. Goodland with 10 offensive boards, and then they throw it away. Here's Scott City in transition. Felker got it poked away that time by Telexa Weeder. And it'll stay with Scott City as Goodland turns the ball over for the 4th time with 5:52 to go first half. Official or substitution in, it'll be Kendall Gentry replacing Brinley Stevens. So it's Avery Lewis, Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker, Brooke Strine, and Cheyenne Kramer, the 5 on the floor for Scott City. Felker looking to inbound it, trying to avoid the 5 count out high to Cheyenne Kramer. Bullet pass. Here's Strine, nice give and go. And then a wraparound pass deflected by Kendall Gentry, retrieves it into Strine, has good position, goes to her left. Her shot is banked in. Her first field goal and 4 points for her, 25-12 with 5:40 to go here in the first half. And Scott City, good possession that time, and they have a little run of their own for the first time tonight. So they're back to within 13 at 5.5 to go first half. Lehman now pass up top, driving down the middle. Here's shot rimming out for Telexa Weeder, and the rebound to Kendall Gentry among the trees, her 3rd board of the night. She'll slow down, go to her left, gets a screen, finds Erica Felker. Nice give to Strine. Power dribble goes to her left, bank shot crawls off, and the rebound is going to be tied up, and it'll belong to the Goodland Cowgirls, but a good effort by Cheyenne Kramer. Trouden replaces Cheyenne Kramer. 5:10 to go first half. 25-12 for Goodland. They started out with the first 13 points of the game. Scott City hasn't been able to recover here as we approach 5 to go first half. Both teams have subbed in 3 players in this first half. Now right side, here's Olivia Lehman will take the shot. No. Rebound to Megan Trout as she hits the deck, needs help. Outlet it right to Kendall Gentry. Gentry takes it in the front court at 4:40 to go first half, and now left side driving in underneath is Felker. She drives to the left baseline and gets the ball knocked out by Jaxie Midcheck from behind. It'll still stay Lady Beaver ball as Lindsey Cure and Jordan Owens back in for Goodland. And out is Kendall Gentry. I believe that was Lewis that returns the lineup with 4:34 to go first half. Ball. Last touch, they're going to say by Goodland. It'll stay with Scott City. It might have been last touch by Strine, but they almost got a push on Cure on the inbounds. Then they'll lob it in. Stevens will track it down. Almost slides there, and now Felker will have it up top, guarded by Weeder. Tough matchup there. Felker will get a screen, then here's Avery Lewis up top to Trout, 4:20 to go. Tight man-to-man Cowgirl defense. Scott City trails it here, 25-12. Here's a 3 for Lewis on the right side. She has her second 3 of the year and has the last 5 for Scott City. They're on a 7-0 run and have pulled to within 10 at the 4-minute mark of the first half, 25-15. Lob in, it goes to Cure, pivots. Now back out left side. Haley Bierman will answer back with a 3. Wide right, and they has a strike and a foul on Lindsey Cure. That is her third with 3:59 to go first half. And Scott City on a 7-0 run can cut even closer into this deficit. 25-15 your score. Blocklinger will check in for Cure here. And the Lady Beavers will have a chance to cut into the deficit even more here. Felker splits the double team, pulls up for a deep 2, draws iron. Lewis saves in the play, but into the hands of Jaxie Midcheck for Goodland. Had a good look at Felker. Now here's Weeder driving in, block and 1. That time for Telexa Weeder, who has 13. She has all 4 of Goodland's points, and that ends the 7-0 Scott City run, 27-15 with 3:41 to go first half. And now decision there is Erica Felker has to check out with her 2 fouls. Kendall Gentry replaces her. And now in is going to be Jason Horenik for Goodland. Weeder, 3 of 4 at the line, has 13, has all of Goodland's points in the second quarter, which are 4. Here with 3:41. Short on the free throw. Strine collects her 5th board of the half. And it gives it to Gentry, who's running the point. Now we'll go left corner to Avery Lewis. Lewis back out high to Gentry with 3:25 to go first half. 27-15 Goodland lead, and then ball deflected. Then Gentry couldn't quite handle it, and it goes out of bounds. Scott City's done a better job with the turnovers in the second quarter. They have 2, but 13 in the half. Midcheck will replace Haley Bierman for Goodland. As we are a little outside of 3 minutes to go before intermission. Telexa Weeder with it, now up top. Midcheck back to Weeder. She'll launch a 3, and she'll be good on it. She hits her 7th 3 of the year. Goodland with their second of the night, and it's 30-15 as we approach 3 minutes to go first half. So Weeder with all 7 of Goodland's points in this second quarter. And now Lewis is fouled out high. That'll be team foul number 6 on the Cowgirls this half. And that'll be the first on Jason Horenik. With 2:57 to go second quarter. So both teams with 6 fouls this first half, 30-15 Goodland in lead. Gentry trying to avoid the 5 count, finds Megan Trout out high, and then she's going to be tied up by Haley Blocklinger. It'll still stay Lady Beaver basketball on the possession arrow. Gentry inbounds it out high. Stevens back to Gentry. Now they have a trap on her. The ball deflected and a turnover. Here comes Jordan Owens going all the way here. Runner, bank shot, a little strong, but it finds its way back in for her first 2. 32-15 with 2:41 to go first half. And just like that, Goodland is on a 7-0 run of their own. Gentry almost committed a travel. Now right into trying to lob it in to Strine. And it's knocked loose in another turnover. 15th of the half on Scott City. You have to fake your pass and then commit to it to try to get Goodland, because you're not going to pass very much over the top with their length. Now, stuffed by Strine on a shot attempt at the block by Blocklinger, and the rebound to Trout. Good defense by Scott City. 2:05 to go first half. Gentry, her pass is deflected out by Weeder, and it'll still stay Lady Beaver ball as Scott City will bring in two. Mackenzie Metzger and Cheyenne Kramer out. It'll be Gentry and Megan Trout. And Bierman and Olivia Lehman back into the Goodland lineup. Minute 58 to go first half. Crossover dribble by Metzger, finds right baseline to Avery Lewis. And now is trapped. Now finds Mackenzie Metzger for a right side three. Too strong. And the rebound to Haley Bierman for Goodland. Had a good look there on the right wing, but couldn't connect. Minute 40 to go first half, 32-15. Goodland almost turns the ball over, and almost a steal by Metzger. She was right there, but just couldn't quite get her hand on it as it went over the top of it. Down to a minute and a half to go. Right block, he goes to Goodland, and now right wing. Here's a Mitchek three on a line drive down, and a timeout on the floor. 35-15, Goodland, 1:25 to go first half. Timeout on the floor taken by Scott City. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as Goodland's on a 10-0 run after Scott City got it to within 25-15. Here with 1:25 to go first half. Basketball here presented by the Booster Club corporate sponsors, including Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, also Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Great Western Tire, Harris Chiropractic, and Acupuncture. Also, High Choice Feeders, Ham Amy Farms, HRC Feed Yards, J&R Car and Truck, J&R Trucking, and JF Beaver Advertising. Scott City had it to within 25-15 at the 4:16 mark of the first half. Scott City has been scoreless for the last 3 minutes. Goodland has scored the last 10. And then it lead it now 35-15. Late first half out of the 30-second timeout. Goodland will open up in a half-court 1-3-1 as the top of that is going to be 5'9" junior Haley Blocklinger in that 1-3-1. Metzger to Erica Felker, finds Metzger again, now throws it left side to Avery Lewis. Lewis will skip it right corner to Erica Felker, catches it, looking to drive in, backside left to Lewis. Final minute of this first half. Now they try to go to Kramer through traffic. It's tracked down by Cheyenne Kramer. Now Metzger, baseball passes left side. Felker, a catch and shoot three is short. Rebound, Kramer underneath and hands it off to Strine. She'll go up and bank it off, and the rebound goes to Haley Blocklinger for Goodland. Couple opportunities missed that time by Scott City. Had good looks, though. 40 seconds to go, and now they'll wrap around. And good defense by Kramer. Steps in the passing lane and gets the steal. Fifth Goodland turnover here with 35 seconds to go first half. Metzger to bring it across left to right as we see it here. Right baseline to Avery Lewis. She'll drive in. Now bounce it up. Strine, I think it was a 10 for Metzger, but Metzger with the ball back. Felker back out with her two fouls. Now behind Metzger, but she retrieves with 18 seconds. Give and go to Strine, drives left side, and she is fouled. And that'll be on Olivia Lehman. That'll be her first, team seventh. Two free throws coming up here for Brooke Strine, who has just 4 points tonight. You have 4 for Strine, 4 for Felker, 5 for Lewis, and 2 for Metzger. That's the scoring in the first half. Strine short on that free throw. You could tell it would be when it left her hand with 16 seconds to go first half. 35-15, Goodland leads. Strine hits the second. She has 5. Shares the team high with Avery Lewis, 35-16. And then as Brinley Stevens get Felker out of the lineup so she can't commit a third foul here before halftime. 10 seconds to go first half. Goodland with the ball up by 19. They've led by as many as 20. Bierman goes left side to Jackson Mitchek for a three, and she knocks another one down. She has 11 first half points, and it's 38-16 as we head to the locker room. Goodland with a 22-point lead. They go on a 13-1 run in the final 3:41 of the first half. Halftime show to begin in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
A-Plus Aviation at the Scott City Airport had a great summer of aerial applications and would like to thank their customers this season. They wish all a productive, efficient harvest and hope you think of them whenever you see a plane in the sky. Fall is the time for pasture spraying for milk, thistle, and other winter annuals. A-Plus Aviation is a member of the Scott City Area Chamber of Commerce and a supporter of community activity. Call 620-872-3000 or visit them at the large white hangar at the north end of the Scott City Airport. A-Plus Aviation, delivering quality solutions.
Vehicle maintenance.
There's
something
nothing
no one
more
wants to think about.
spacious
Here
than
at Burgess
Western
Motor Company,
Kansas.
we
And
make it
nobody
easy.
closer
We do
than
it
our
all. From
communities.
major engine
We
overhauls
are
to that
determined
all
to keep
important
our
oil
communities
change. We
connected
also
to
offer BG
schools,
products
kids
and
to
nitrogen for your
teachers
tires.
and
Our
parents.
staff and
We believe
technicians
a
are fully
connected
trained
world
and
is a
certified.
better
So when
place.
you think
We
maintenance,
are more
think
than what we
Burgess
do
Motor,
for our
your best
hometowns.
deal
It's
destination.
what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your
If you're like most people, you travel all over, and it doesn't take much for your vehicle to get dirty, and you hate cleaning it. Luckily for you, that's where Perfect Auto Detailing in Scott City comes in. Armando and the crew can detail the inside and outside, down to the square inch, making it look like new. Whether it's your small car or even your tractor, Perfect Auto Detailing can do it all. If you want the perfect detail done to your vehicle, call 620-214-3807. Don't forget about the free inventory on the lot on Main Street in Scott City. Perfect Auto Detailing.
Family Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairleigh Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death moss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairleigh Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. And Fairleigh Feed Yard, your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairleigh Feed Yard of Scott City.
Miller Veterinary Clinic in Scott City loves to take care of your large or small animals as much as you love caring for them. Doctors Calista Miller, Stacy Rogers, Ellie Minix, and staff provide quality and compassionate care for your pet's health. They invite you to bring your animals in for checkups to keep their health in top shape. Miller Veterinary Clinic is also a full-service clinic and offers quality care with supporting and grooming facilities. Animal health supplies and foods are also available. Miller Veterinary Clinic, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
Dr. Yeager with Pro Health Chiropractic Office, what do you strive for with your patients?
Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthy and be able to provide that quality health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their lives.
How do we get a hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
and healthcare.
Halftime show once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Cadavy with you here as we've reached intermission here. It's 38-16 for the Goodland Cowgirls as they jumped out to a 13-0 lead and have never looked back. Scott City made a run. They did pull to within 25-15 at about the 4:16 mark of the first half. Since then, in the final part of the first half, Goodland went on a 13-1 run, and they did it with 3 threes in that second quarter. They've hit 4 in the first half, which has been kind of uncharacteristic for the Cowgirls this year. They have not hit very many threes coming in. They've averaged about 3 a game coming into tonight. First half scoring here looks like this. Goodland was led by Telexa Weeder. She is putting on quite a show. The Fort Hays State Tiger future ahead of her, I should say, has 16 points. 11 for Jaxie Mitchek, who has hit 2 threes in that second quarter, only hit 2 all season coming in. Olivia Lehman with 4, and then Haley Bierman with the first quarter 3. Lindsey Cure and Jordan Owens each with a 2-point basket in the first half for Goodland in that first half. They did have 5 turnovers, 7 fouls, and they had 10 steals. They had 8 of those in the first quarter. The trap really hurt the Lady Beavers in that first half, as the length of Goodland really gave them fits. But Goodland ended up with 16 rebounds. They had 10 offensive boards and 6 defensive boards in the first half. For Scott City, it was 5 each for Brooke Strine and Avery Lewis. Lewis with a big second quarter. She had all 5 of her points in that second quarter, 5 of Scott City's 8 in that period. And then you had Erica Felker with 4. She battled some foul trouble for a good chunk of the second quarter, and that really cut her down in the scoring in the first half. Mackenzie Metzger had the first field goal for Scott City in the first half. She had the other 2 points in the first half for the Lady Beavers, who had 15 turnovers. They did a better job of taking care of the ball in the second quarter. They had 11 first quarter turnovers, 4 in the second, 15 total turnovers in the half, 6 fouls, and 14 rebounds. And really, it felt like it was much worse on the glass than the first half indicated, but Scott City's held their own. They had 10 defensive and 4 offensive boards in that first half. We'll come back with some more first half stats in 3 minutes. Scott City trails at the break to the Goodland Cowgirls 38-16. Back in 3 minutes. This is Lady Beaver basketball. Oh, sorry. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. We'll run down some first half stats here. I'll try to get them tabulated on the fly here. 2, 3, 5, 7. Goodland was 10 of 18 on 2-point baskets. They are 14 of 30 in the first half. That's for about 48%. As I mentioned, they were 4 of 12 on threes, 10 of 18 on 2-point baskets. And they had 6 of 9 free throws in the first half. Yep, and for Scott City, they were pretty good at the line. They were 5 of 6 in the first half. They attempted 12 2-point baskets in that first half. They were 4 of 12 from 2-point range, and they hit 1 3 in that first half. So they had 5 field goals in the first half. 1, 2, 3. They're 1 of 3 there. 1 of 4 on threes. So Scott City was 5 of 16 from the floor in the first half. 4 of 12 on twos. 1 of 4 on threes. And they were out rebounded 16-14. And foul trouble became a little bit of a big thing for Scott City. Erica Felker had 2. Mackenzie Metzger had 2 first quarter fouls. She played through that most of the second quarter. For Goodland, Lindsay Keir had 3 first half fouls. She sat the final 3:59 of the second quarter with 3 first half fouls. So that was the story there. And so once again, kind of going through the scoring, Telexa Weeder was 16, 11 for Jaxie Midcheck. For Goodland, that's 27 of the 38 points. 5 for Brooke Strine and 4 for Erica Felker, 5 for Avery Lewis. That's a big chunk of the scoring, and then 2 for Mackenzie Metzger for Scott City. But really the turnovers were a huge issue in the first half. For Scott City, especially in that first quarter. The Lady Beavers did fight to within 25-15 about halfway through the second quarter. They used a 7-0 run, but then after that, Goodland went on a 13-1 run. Yeah, and so that was big there, but Goodland's length really frustrating Scott City in the first half, and then they trap, and then you get panicked, and that's what really hurt Scott City in the first half, were the turnovers here. But next action for Scott City, they'll have about a 17-day hiatus. They will take on the Hugoton Eagles coming up on the 6th of January. And the Goodland Cowboys and Cowgirls, they will be in Cimarron on the 6th of January as well. That'll be a top 10 matchup potentially in Class 3A. Cimarron coming in, I believe, at number 10 or number 9, anyways, last check in Class 3, entering today's polls, the KBCA polls. So, yeah, they're in the top 10 there. Goodland ranked number 1 in 3A. Hugoton girls, they are ranked number 10 in Class 4A coming in today in the latest KBCA polls. We'll keep it right here as we're moments away from starting the second half here. It'll be Telexa Weeder, Haley Bierman, Jaxie Mitchek, Olivia Lehman, and also Lindsay Kerr on the floor for Goodland. For Scott City, it'll be their regular starting five with Erica Felker, Brinley Stevens, Cheyenne Kramer, Brooke Strine, and Avery Lewis getting the start here in this second half. Third quarter officially underway. Mitchek up top, it goes to Bierman, goes right side with the pass, now right corner to Mitchek, and it's thrown away right into the hands of Brooke Strine. Goodland's sixth turnover of the night. As we're here on KSKL Scott City. Scott City's first trip down the floor, screen for Felker. She'll drive in strong, and then she'll lay it up. Oh, they're going to call a charge on that as Haley Bierman takes a charge. But that was a good move effort by Felker, trying to create contact there. But they're going to get Felker with their third foul 30 or 25 seconds into the third quarter. So Scott City turns the ball over on their first series of the second half as well. But a big foul on Felker, her third, and Scott City cannot afford to keep her out of the game. And here's a Mitchek three, and she buries another one. Her third three in a row. She has 14, 41-16, opening seconds of this second half. And now Goodland's going to trap out high. Felker needs help. Will wrap around, but knocked out by Telexa Weeder. It'll still stay with Scott City with 7:08 to go third quarter, and who's going to be in? It'll be Mackenzie Metzger. Erica Felker is going to exit with 3 fouls and just 4 points so far tonight. And Metzger inbounded in to Stevens. Now back to Metzger, who's going to run the point. Goodland in that zone defense. 41-16. Goodland is on a 16-1 run in the last 5 minutes of this game. A 2-3 zone, it looks like, for the Cowgirls. Kind of rotates between a 1-3-1 and a 2-3. Metzger now to Strine up top to Brinley Stevens. Avery Lewis left side into Strine. Left block backs her way in. Big shot off to the left. No. And the rebound crashing the boards is Lindsay Keir, her fourth rebound of the night. Strine so far just 5 points tonight. Goodland on a 16-1 run in this game. Lead at 41-16. 6:28 here in the third. And the pass deflected, trying to get it into Olivia Lehman, knocked out by Strine. I don't think Strine has exited the game tonight. It'll still stay with the black-shirted Cowgirls. 6:24 here in the third. Entry feed in. Good position by Keir around. Kramer goes up and scores it and one. Keir with her fourth point, 43-16 with 6:22 to go third quarter. Team foul number 1 on Scott City. Make that number 2 on Scott City this half. It's the fouls on Cheyenne Kramer first. She'll check out. Erica Felker will be back in the lineup. Keir, her first trip to line tonight. She's just 38% on the year at 5 of 13. Goodland as a team tonight, 6 of 9. This free throw by Keir is good. She has 5, and it's 44-16. 6:20 to go here in the third. They are on a 6-0 run to begin this third quarter and on a 19-1 run in the game. Up top it'll go to Stevens. Holds it. Ball deflected out high in that 1-3-1 by Mitchek out of bounds. And Felker lets it dribble out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Beavers with 6:07 to go third period. Felker inbounded up top to Metzger at half court. And now goes left side to Felker. Holds it, looking for a cutter to the high post, but can't feed it in there. Now right side, here's Metzger. She'll try to create something. Her shot is blocked by Lindsay Keir. And here's Goodland back the other way with Telexa Weeder. Weeder threads it through to Lindsay Keir underneath. She'll go up, and it is partially blocked by Strine. Mitchek steals it, and she'll go up and score it and is fouled. 46-16 with 5:45 here in the third. They're going to get that on Brooke Strine, her second, only 3 Scott City fouls this half. Mitchek with 16 tonight. Wasn't that a... Okay. Okay, that was on the rebound. Wait a minute here. They're going to call a turnover on Scott City. Well, that was weird. With 5:45 to go third quarter into Olivia Lehman, her shot rims out. And the rebound to Telexa Weeder, who'll put it up and score it. A 4-point trip there, and it's now 48-16 with 5.5 to go third quarter. That was odd. And now Avery Lewis will launch it two. That crawls in. She has 7 points, 48-18 with 5:25 to go third quarter. I guess they call a turnover on that rebound by Strine, and now Weeder shot no. Rebound underneath the Cure. She'll go up high, no. Strine collects the board for Scott City, her 7th of the night. 5:08 to go in transition. Lewis to Kendall Gentry. Her 3 on the way. Banked off, no. A lot of contact, and Coach Amy Faler yelling for a foul, does not get it, and here's Goodland back the other way. Weeder entry feed into Cure. Her layup is good. Goes around Strine. She has 7. 50-18 with 4:50 to go third quarter. Goodland on a 12-2 run here to begin this third quarter. Now Gentry draws a foul up top on Alexa Weeder. That'll be her 2nd. Team's first of the half. With 4:41 to go third quarter, as Goodland will bring in 3 subs. Jordan Owens, also Haley Blocklinger, Jacelyn Herenigan. Weeder, Lehman, and Cure exit for the Cowgirls. They're 3 seniors. 50-18, 4:38 here in the third. Left side it goes to Erica Felker. Up top to Kendall Gentry. Holds it. Now into Strine, back to Felker left side. She'll try a 3. That'll be too strong. Rebound. Lewis will try to track it down and save it in play. Good effort as it goes out of bounds. And it will belong to the Goodland Cowgirls. 4:24 here in this third quarter. Scott City trails it here big, 50-18. Boys game to follow. Up top with it is Haley Bierman, back to Mitchek. Back up top to Bierman. Goes left with the pass to Mitchek. Looking to drive in. Cut off. Back up top to Bierman. She'll launch a 3. She'll be good. She has had 2 threes and 6 points and everything pouring in for the Cowgirls tonight from other than their big 3. And it's 53-18 at the midway point of this third quarter. Goodland has hit 2 threes in the second half. They have 6 for the game, and they force a turnover. Scott City's 18th of the night. Here's Bierman driving all the way, lobs it in, trying to get it to Blocklinger, and she'll lose it out of bounds. It'll be the 7th Goodland turnover. Scott City's only hit 1 3 tonight. They've only hit 2 threes in their last 2 games combined. They were 1 of 7 on threes at Colby, and so far just 1 of 5 here tonight. Coach Amy Felker wants time here with 3:32 to go third quarter. It's going to be a full, as we'll take it as well. 53-18 Goodland, 3.5 to go third quarter. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Park Lane Nursing Home supports the Scott City Beavers in all sports and activities throughout the year. If students are looking for some community hours, give us a call at Park Lane Nursing Home. We're looking for volunteers with projects throughout our building. Park Lane Nursing Home is located at 210 East Park Lane, or you can give us a call at 620-872-5871. And as always, go Beavers!
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community. With a beautiful modern facility with state-of-the-art equipment, they continually strive to develop comprehensive services to fill their patients' needs. The specialty clinic at Scott Hospital offers a variety of specialists you would only expect in a larger hospital. Why travel hours when you can be seen right here in western Kansas? If you're in need of a medical specialist, talk with your physician about a referral to meet with one of our visiting specialty doctors. Scott County Hospital.
Or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local community.
3:28 to go third quarter out of the Scott City timeout. Lady Beavers trailing it here 53-18. It's been a 15-2 run. We're going to whistle on a foul out high. That'll be on Alexa Weeder, her 3rd, and the team's 2nd of the half. With 3:22 to go third quarter. Goodland with 2 players with 3 fouls. Weeder and Cure. Scott City has Erica Felker with 3 fouls. Beavers down 35. Gentry up top with it, finds Brooke Strine. Still holds it. Now goes left corner to Erica Felker. She'll drive left baseline and scoop shot up. No, but she draws the foul, and we'll get 2 free throws. That'll be on Jordan Owens, her 1st, team's 3rd. Felker with 4 points. This is her 2nd trip to the line tonight, just 1 field goal. She's been battling not only foul trouble, but a tough Goodland defense tonight. First of 2 free throws is good. 53-19. 3:10 here in this 3rd as Jaxie Mitchek Lindsay Cure and Olivia Lehman back in for the Cowgirls. Second charity toss is good for Felker. She has 4 of 4 at the line. Scott City 7 of 8, 53-20. That's really been one of the bright spots here tonight. 7 of 8 at the line here as we approach 3 to go here in this third quarter. Alexa Weeder now, nice pass in. The layup is good for Olivia Lehman. She has 6, and it's 55-20, 2:56 to go, third quarter. And as Goodland comes out in their zone, now with it is Kendall Gentry. Ball deflected, trying to get a left corner and a steal. Make that 19 Scott City turnover in transition. Here's Alexa Weeder, goes in strong, leans no. The follow-up no by Kier, and the rebound goes to Scott City. In the hands of Mackenzie Metzger. Here with 2.5 to go in the third. Lady Beavers down 55-20. With it, Xavier Lewis scoops it. Now right corner, here's Erica Felker. Can she knock down a three? No. And the rebound to Mackenzie Metzger out high. Scott City with another crack at it. Underneath, here's Avery Lewis. She's got a nice night. 9 points for her. 55-22 with 2:10 to go third quarter. Been a good night off the bench there for the sophomore Lewis. Left side, it'll go to Hrenik, and now ball's stolen away and a whistle and a tie-up. And that'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. Lady Beavers still fighting here down big in this game. As in is Brinley Stevens for Kendall Gentry. 55-22, just outside of 2 minutes left, third quarter. Lady Beavers trying to get a little run going here late third quarter. We've only hit 1 3 tonight, almost passed out of bounds. Now Brinley Stevens, she's going to travel with it. She was trapped there, and she drug the pivot foot, and Scott City with her 20th turnover of the night with 1:49 to go as Haley Bierman enters. Jason Hrenik exits for Goodland. They've won 4 in a row in this series. Goodland, since 1981, early 81, they have led this series 36-30. Bierman for her third 3 of the night, that time too strong. Rebound loose underneath. It goes backside. It's picked up by Brinley Stevens, and then she slips on the floor with 1:30 to go third quarter. Little heat check that time for Bierman, the junior. And ball Avery Lewis back to Metzger. Metzger with 2 points tonight. She had Scott City's first field goal of the game. Felker, only 1 field goal, trying to change that, but quickly guarded by Weeder, finds Mackenzie Metzger. Minutes in to go, third quarter, 55-22 Cowgirl lead in Scott City with the ball. Pass over right side to Avery Lewis, give and go to Strine. Nice drive to the basket. Her layup is good. Strine was 7, 55-24 with 55 seconds to go here in the third. And Goodland on the other end, Alexa Weeder with a layup. She has 20. 57-24 with 48 seconds here in this period. And Goodland inching closer to the 60-point mark for the 6th time this year. And Scott City almost throws it away. Nice save by Brinley Stevens. Ball swatted in a turnover. You have to bounce pass around Goodland or fake a pass, and now here's a layup by Weeder. She has 22. It's very difficult to pass over the top of them. 59-22, 25 seconds to go, third quarter. Felker is trapped in a good bounce pass there to Brinley Stevens. Now to Strine. Here's Metzger for 2. Short on left side. Rebound. Stevens saves it into play into the hands of Felker. Good hustle by Stevens. Felker can't get the layup to go, but she'll get 2 free throws here with 5.7 to go, third quarter. Foul on Olivia Lehman, her second. Team's 4th of the half. Scott City's been whistled for 3. Felker back to the line. She has 6 points tonight. And that one bounces on the front of the rim and goes in to make it 59-25 with 5.7 to go here in the third. As that is Brooke Strine and Brinley Stevens. Megan Trout returns to the lineup. Also you have out there Shine Kramer, Mackenzie Metzger, and Avery Lewis. Second free throw also down for Felker. She has 8 points, 6 of them from the line. Here's Bierman 1 second, and Goodland will not, or they will get a shot off in time, but it's short. That's in your third quarter. 59-26. We'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter. Back in a minute for the fourth. 8 minutes of play in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Shopping for paint and lumber
For
supplies
exceptional
can
service
be a
in real
headache.
estate,
Go
put
to a
Stephanie
chain
Shapland
store.
at
You
Shapland
ask
Real
for the
Estate to work
maintenance.
for you.
They refer you to
Property
somebody
homework
else.
is what we do
Refers
best
you
at
to
Shapland
another
Real Estate.
person. At
We
Scott
put
County
forth
Lumber,
every
they treat
effort
you
to
as
get
their top
results that
customer
move
with
you.
fall and
Our
cold
expertise
temperatures.
in
It's a
buying and
great time
selling
to start your
residential,
fall painting
commercial, and
projects.
agricultural
The cooler
properties
temps make it the
is
best
built
time
on a
to paint
tradition
before
of
winter
trust
with
and
Valspar
thoroughness
Medallion
that you
or
deserve.
Climate Zone House
Shapland Real
They have
Estate
several
takes pride in our
finishes and many
community and
colors
in
to choose
cheering
from.
on our
At
students
Scott
for all
County
that they
Lumber,
do.
helping
Give
you get
Shapland
it
Real
done with
Estate a call or
excellence.
visit our website today.
The world
Hello,
needs
folks.
more
This is Nathan
farmers.
Lennon with Land of Legacy
People
Real
who know
Estate.
the
We are
land.
very excited about the
People who
recent
support
strength of the
rural
land market
communities.
and invite you to check out our
People who
website
are as
at
diverse as each acre they care for.
www.land2legacy.com,
But unless you've
where
been
we are
born or
proud to
raised on a
represent some
family
of the
farm,
best properties
it's
across the
nearly
great state of
impossible to
Kansas
become a
and
farmer.
attracting buyers all across
That's
the
why
country.
we are
We
building a
understand the
team of
importance of
people
details
from
in
our
your land
hometown
transaction,
and
and if you're
across the
interested in
world
selling, we
to
invite
do
you to
what they
give us a
love.
call at
We are not just a
785-340-5331
We are a
to learn
multi-family
about a marketing strategy tailored to best suit you.
are
Land of
Baltimore
Legacy Real
family
Estate,
farms.
where people are our passion.
It'll be a continuous clock in the fourth quarter as Scott City has a commanding, or I should say Goodland has a commanding lead, 59-26, their ball to begin the fourth. Goodland led tonight by Telexa Weeder with 22 and Jaxie Mitchek with 16. That's going to be right around a career high for Mitchek, who has the ball left side. She'll try to add her total. Air ball is a 3 and in the hands of Erica Felker with the board, and then gets it. Here's Scott City with their first trip down the floor here in this fourth quarter. Scott City led by Avery Lewis, who has 9. That's career high for Erica Felker with 8, and Brooke Strine with 7. It's been a bulk of the scoring for Scott City. Felker with it. Trying to get it into Trout. Ball's thrown away. 22nd turnovers. Lindsay Keir with the steal, and she'll race it across. With 7:18 left, and ball's poked away from her, and in the hands of Cheyenne Kramer, so the team's trade turnovers. 9th Cowgirl turnover of the night. Coach Bill Bierman is going to send 4 to check in next dead ball here. And now out high right, it goes to Mackenzie Metzger, guarded by Jaxie Mitchek. Trying to get it in, a miscommunication with her and Trout, and another turnover for Scott City, their 23rd of the night. That was a 21-10 third quarter run by Goodland. Here's Kier going up. She's fouled by Trout. That'll be Trout's second, team's fourth. 2 free throws for Kier. Here with 6:40 to go in the continuous clock in the fourth quarter. Brooke Strine set to check in for Scott City. She has been held to 7 points tonight. Kier 1 of 1 at the line. Goodland tonight, they missed that one. They are 7 of 11, now 7 of 12. Strine in. Goodland will bring in Hope Bierman. She is a 5'5 freshman. She's the youngest of the Biermans. Libby Kier, the 5'9 freshman. She is the youngest of that Kier family. There's another Kier family in town. Second free throw for Lindsay Kier. She has 8, and she will exit here with 6 minutes to go. And Goodland hits the 60-point mark for the 6th time this year at 60-26. That's Haley Blocklinger. Also Goodland out there with Jason Hrenik and Jordan Owens. Brooke Strine with it. She'll drive left, takes it strong. Her layup too strong, and the rebound in the hands of Blocklinger, her 5th rebound of the night. 60-26, 5:40 to go in this one. Up top with it, thrown in the hands of Mackenzie Metzger, 10th Goodland turnover. And now Mackenzie Metzger races the right side, cut off to Cheyenne Kramer at high. Looking to lob it into Strine, who got pushed, and then she was going out of bounds, or there was a lot of contact. Good effort by Strine to knock it off for Hrenik as she was falling out of bounds here with 5:22 running clock, fourth quarter. Felker looking to inbound. It does so to Strine. Flips it back to Felker. Quickly guarded. Wanted to take the 3. She'll drive in strong. That dish at left side. Kramer from 15. Crawls off. Rebound loose into the hands of Hope Bierman for Goodland. And then loose in the backcourt, and it's almost stolen away. It is by Felker. She'll lay it up and score it. She has 10. She hits double figures, and it's 60-28 with 4:56 to go. Off of Goodland's 11th turnover of the night. Left side here, Libby Kier now to Owens. Pivots up top to Hope Bierman. Right side to Hrenik, and now they work back up top. Ball fake. Here's Hope Bierman. Fires left elbow jumper wide left and out of bounds to Scott City with 4:34 left. Jordan Coe will enter for the 2nd time this year for Scott City. And also in will be Marie Martin, a 5'9 sophomore. Or correction, Check that. That is Lauren Linton. She is a 5'9 freshman. Well, yeah, there's a Marie Martin in there, a 5'9 sophomore. For Goodland for the first time. Whistle, foul out high. That foul will be charged to Libby Keir, her first, team's fifth. 3:55 running clock, fourth quarter, 60-28 Cowgirl lead. As Lewis will inbound it into Metzger. And in the right corner, here's Erica Felker for a three. Gets one down. She has her 12th three of the year, 60-31 with 3:35 to go. And Scott City with the last five in this ball game with 3.5 to go. Bounce pass in, almost stolen away, poked away, and now tracking it down is Jason Hrenik, and it goes to Martin. Back up top, now right side to Hrenik with 3:20 to go. Bounce pass left elbow to Linton. Almost stolen away, and it is. Scott City forces Goodland their 12th turnover, and then a whistle and a foul. That'll be team foul number 6 on the Cowgirls. And that'll allow Michaelyn Spresser to check in. She's the 13th Cowgirl to check in tonight with 2:56 to go. The foul was on Hope Bierman, her first. 6 Goodland fouls this half. Metzger with it, bounce pass to Avery Lewis. Now back to Metzger. And now gets it poked right out of her hands, and Scott City commits turnover number 24. 2:40 to go, 60-31 is your score. This will not be a season low of points for Scott City. Colby had 60. Ooh, that's over and back right at half court by Goodland. Official all over the top of that. Kendall Gentry turns the lineup. She will replace Mackenzie Metzger. But before that, we have a timeout by Goodland. It's a 30-second timeout by Coach Bill Bierman with 2:22 left. 60-31 your score. Once again, Scott City will take on Hugoton out of the Christmas break on Friday the 6th of January. And then they will host Holcomb on the Friday the 13th. And then it's a Sterling Invitational in the middle of January. Hugoton tonight was hosting the Liberal Redskins. Hugoton girls were down by 8 at the break. And don't know how that outcome turned out. 2:15 to go in this one out of the Goodland 30-second timeout. Here's Felker, stops. Nice give to Strine. He's trying to split the defenders, loses the handle of it. Who's going to track it down? They'll say last touch by Goodland. It'll be Scott City ball, 2 minutes to go. Strine has 7 points tonight. Erica Felker leading Scott City with 13. Into Coe, trying to get into Strine, ball deflected. It'll stay Scott City's way with 1:50 to go, and Coach Amy Felker will empty the rest of her bench out. That suited up tonight. Megan Trout back in. Also in is going to be Kaylee Felker, her second game, the 5'6 freshman, and 5'4 freshman Krista Irvin for the first time. So have a little bit extended play of JV. Inbound and trying to get to Coe, then save back. Here's Gentry for her first points of the night. She knocks it down, her 5th three of the year. 60-34, the minute 25 to go. Lady Beavers are going to drop to 3-4 on the year. Goodland is going to go to 6-0 after this one. Scott City will have 17 games in between play, and the layup on the other side is good. That's for Martin, her first 2 points of the night. 62-34, minute 5 to go. As it goes to Chris Irvin, nice cut. Megan Trout, her runner right side. It'll spin in for her first two. 62-36. 53 seconds to go. And now driving in, stripped by Gentry. In for the first time is Christian Allie Kerr, a 5'4 freshman, a whistle and a foul up top with 42 seconds to go. So Hallie Kerr and the Libby Kerr and Lindsay Kerr, they're first cousins, by the way. Foul charge to Chris Irvin, her first, team's 5th of the half. 25 seconds to go in this one. Martin now right side to Libby Kerr and bobbling and picking up a Spresser. And now driving in, stripped by Krista Irvin, 14th Goodland turnover. Lead pass to Kendall Gentry. She'll drive in. Wraparound pass. Here's Coe. Her shot from point blank. Yes. Her first 2 varsity points of the year, 62-38 with 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll be it. 62-38. Scott City falls here to the Goodland Cowgirls. Goodland 6-0 on the year. Scott City at 3-4. We'll begin post-game show coverage in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
It's the year-end Big Finish sales event going on right now at Lot Motors in Dodge City. It's the perfect time to purchase a new 2022 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, just ask one of the sales staff, and they'll order it for you. Stop in to Lot Motors during December for the Big Finish sales event and take advantage of the great pricing on all Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. Lot Motors, your largest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer in all of Western Kansas.
Western State Bank, member FDIC, and as always, go Beavers.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the app Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
When it comes to insurance, you don't want anyone setting you up with a policy that just sounds good. That's why Darren and Michelle, Platinum Insurance, are there for you. Platinum Insurance carries a complete line of insurance, including crop, farm, home, and auto. They write for well-respected companies such as NAU Country and Farmer Mutual Hail Insurance. To see what Platinum Insurance can do for you, call 872-7222 or stop by their office at 321 West 5th Street in Scott City. This agency is an equal opportunity provider.
The Scott Cooperative Association is proud to serve our members with 8 convenient elevator locations, a full-service petroleum department with 2 service stations, 5 automated cart trolls, and bulk oil and fuel delivery, and a full-service crop production department to serve all of your needs, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Contact the Scott Co-op and visit with our knowledgeable staff about how we can help in your farming operation.
Howdy folks, this is Larry with your local Ace Hardware stores in Ulysses and Scott City. We invite everyone to come in and see that we have a wide variety of merchandise for you, your business or home, and your pets. While we are not your typical hardware stores, we are your local county hardware stores. So come on in and let us ask you, what may we help you find today?
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Welcome to the Scott City Ace Hardware Postgame Show. Scott City Ace Hardware, located on South Main Street in Scott City. They invite you to come by and take a look around.
Scott City Lady Beavers fall here tonight to the Goodland Cowgirls by the final of 62 to 38. As Scott City has dropped 3 in a row after starting out 3-1. They're now 3-4 on the year, but lost to some pretty quality teams in Class 3A. Goodland remains unbeaten. They've now won 19 consecutive games. They have not lost since middle of January last year when they lost in the orange and black to Life Prep in the championship game. So they've won 19 consecutive games as they improved to 6-0 on the year, and they've scored at least 60 points in every game this year. This one was a game where they scored their second fewest points of the year. There was a running clock in the fourth quarter. Lady Beavers would outscore Goodland in that final 8 minutes, 12-3. Final numbers here in tonight's ball game. The Cowgirls or Goodland were led by Telexa Weeder, and she did all of her damage in 3 quarters, 22 points. And 16 tonight for Jaxie Mitchek. I believe that's a career high for her. She hit 3 threes tonight after hitting just 2 coming into tonight. And she had a big night tonight for Goodland with 16 points. And also, he had 8 for Lindsay Keir, 6 for Haley Bierman on a pair of threes. She hit her first 2 threes of the year. Olivia Lehman also had 6, and then 2 points off the bench for Jordan Owens and also Marie Martin. Goodland tonight had 13 fouls, 14 turnovers. They had 16 steals, 24 rebounds. They had 11 defensive and 13 offensive. They were 8 of 13 for Lions. Scott City tonight, they were led by Erica Felker with the game-high 13. She had 9 of those points in the second half. She was really held in check tonight. Foul trouble also hurt her efforts a little bit in the second and third quarters, but she ended up tonight with 13. 9 for Avery Lewis. She had a pretty nice night, and that's a career high for her. 7 for Brooke Strine. She had 7 and 7. That's 7 points and 7 rebounds. 3 tonight for Kendall Gentry, and she hit that fourth quarter 3. Mackenzie Metzger with 2, Megan Trout with 2, and Jordan Coe with the first 2 varsity points of the year here for Scott City. That closed out the scoring. The Lady Beavers tonight had 24 turnovers. They had 11 of those in the first quarter alone. That's what really did them in early on. Scott City had a good effort. They got it to within 10 in the second quarter, and then Goodland closed out the first half on a 13-1 run. That run would expand to 23-1 when it was all said and done. And Scott City had 6, make that 10 steals. They had 13 defensive rebounds, 6 offensive boards, a total of 19 rebounds. Let's come back in 1 minute. We'll begin our boys pregame with head coach Brian Gentry. Do that in this 1 minute break. Lady Beavers fall here tonight to Goodland 62-38. Back in a minute. We'll begin the boys pregame. This is Scott City basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Looking for a change in the year ahead? Make the switch to Western State Bank. Hi, I'm Troy Lewis, Scott City Banking Center President. As you are considering your farming and ranching needs for the coming year, I invite you to stop by and visit with me or any of our experienced ag lenders at one of our 7 Western Kansas locations. Browse our loan products and see a map of our locations at WSBKS.com. Merry Christmas and best wishes for a happy and prosperous new year from all of us at Western State Bank and your FDIC Equal Housing Bank.
Welcome back here to the Scott Community Events Center. Adam Kadavy with you here on Mix 94.5 as your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hudenberta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame, and thanks for joining me here this evening. Tough loss for you guys against a very good Colby team on Friday night, 52-41. It was a game where you led at half by a point there, and then they went on a big run there in the second half, and it was tough to overcome. And looking back on Friday, would you see maybe the situation that maybe held you guys back maybe in that second half?
Really it was not finishing shots. We had that one possession. I think we had 5 attempts, right there about 2 feet, and we just didn't finish. And that was kind of the tail of the tape as far as the third quarter went. We couldn't finish, and then we settled a little bit. And like Dylan shot the ball well. Lawson did not shoot the ball well, and our other guards, Jackson, hit a couple threes. But we just have to be a little bit smarter with shot selection. A team goes on a run. We really want to get that ball in the paint and try to get an easy bucket. So not settling, but defensively, I thought we just allowed too many straight line drives to the basket for layups. So we've got to do a better job. I thought our defense was fine most of the game. I really thought we did a good job on the Bussy kid and Hunter. Tubbs got loose a couple times in transition. But for the most part, our defense was good. But that third quarter, when they went on that run, we almost, took a step back defensively and were almost like too timid to guard. And so I thought that ended up in them getting too easy buckets underneath. So combination of things, not getting, great shots for us and allowing them easy ones. So got to fix those things and we'll be okay.
There were some good things you did, especially in that first half. You got out to the 9-0 run. You guys defended Vaughn really well and made him had to earn his points.
Yeah, we did, and there's one thing about our guys is that they all have pretty specific roles as to what they're going to do. I don't look for Alex to do a lot offensively, but I know exactly what I'm going to get out of him defensively, and so for that, he adds value to our team because of his ability to guard. And not only guard, but kind of speed up the other guys. And the same thing down the line. All these guys have roles, but we got to get into our transition offense a little bit quicker. I thought we kind of slowed it down, which is my fault. But I want our guys to play, and I think that they're getting better and better playing at speed. And we want to do that. We want to play through our flow offense and be aggressive and get the ball into the paint and play from post touches. So all those things add up to, things that we can do better and make us better.
Coach Brian Gentry joins me pregame here tonight. Scott City takes on the Goodland Cowboys, a team that is pretty scary. They have a couple of losses coming in, both to Holcomb and then Lake, and they lost to Holcomb on Friday night. But you take a look at this Goodland Cowboy team, and they've shown signs that they could be one of the top teams in the area.
Absolutely. Coming into the season, I put them, up there with Colby, probably right behind Hugoton, and they got a lot of returners back, a lot of length. When you look at them on paper, they've got everything that they need to be a really good team, and when they put it together, they're going to be really dangerous. It is a team that it seems like if one gets hot, they all kind of get hot. Friday night against Holcomb, they did not shoot the ball well at all. So we're going to need a defensive performance that's up there. High intensity, keeping them off the glass for second chance opportunities because they're going to start, a few guys that are 6'3" and pretty athletic. Yeah, we've got to do a good job at contesting shots. If we contest shots, we'll be just fine. It's when, maybe they get loose or we have a breakdown defensively in transition that one shot and that could just flip the script for their entire team. So it is a team that's very dangerous, and if they get hot, they're really, really good. So we've got to be, all in on defense and offensively. It's a game where we want the ball into that paint. We want Jackson to have a bunch of touches, get those guys into foul trouble down low because Jackson has great footwork. He also is a good passer from out of the post. But, Goodland is definitely a team that is dangerous.
Should be a good one here before the break tonight as Coach Brian Gentry joins me here pregame. And thanks for the time, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farmville Financial Services with Hugh Merta-Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bringing starters, keys, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
In our facilities and staff.
Great Western Tire is
Let's take a 2-minute break for now, please.
They have what you need when it comes to oil, fuel, or tires. Great Western Tire is your source for BF Goodrich, Dunlop, Goodyear, Kelly, Michelin, and Titan tires with service trucks for on-the-farm pit stops. They're
Our
also
dedicated
headquarters for
employees and their
24-hour
families are
fuel.
very
Take
important
advantage of
to
their card
us,
troll
and we are
gas,
proud of their
diesel, and
children that are
off-road
current
fuel,
beavers
along
and
with
individuals that will
offering
grow
bulk
into
fuel
those
delivery.
roles
Don't
in the
forget to bring
future.
your
Fairleigh
vehicle
Featured
oil
is
change or
privileged to
alignment.
support
Great
Scott
Western
City
Tire,
Youth, and
open
they're
Monday
honored
through
to
Friday,
cheer on
8
the
to 6,
Beavers.
Saturdays 8 to 1. Visit their locations at Kobe, Oakley, and Scott City.
Not even the weatherman knows for sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought can and will happen. Although a long dry spell will ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. Make sure you secure your future with multi-peril crop insurance from QBE, NAU, and Western Kansas Insurance. You and your family deserve the QBE, NAU, peace of mind. See Western Kansas Insurance Services at 310 Court Street in Scott City, Kansas today for more information. NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
Check out J&R Car
As your
Truck
local
Center of Scott
community
City.
foundation,
J&R
we
Car
are
Truck has a
dedicated to
fully
preserving
trained
local
service
wealth
and parts
so the
staff for
communities
repairs
in
on
and
most
around
makes and
Scott
models of
County will
vehicles.
forever
Locally
remain
owned and
attractive
operated,
places to
J&R
live,
Car and Truck
work,
Center
and raise
provides
a
over
family. We respond to
250
the needs
new
of our
and used
community
vehicles
through
in
grant
stock
making,
and ready to be
scholarships,
delivered.
and other
Stop on
special
in and check
projects.
out
To learn more,
J&R
give us a
Car
call
and
at
Truck.com for your next vehicle.
620-872-3790
J&R Car and Truck Center,
or
your
visit our
Chevrolet
website
used
at
and GMC
scottcf.org.
dealership
We
in
are
Scott
Scott
City.
Community
To us,
Foundation,
it's about
securing
so
our
much more
community's
than just
future.
providing the technology. It's about
America
enriching
is
the
at work,
communities
from
we
farms
live
to
in.
construction sites
Because
to
your
factories.
community
Millions
is
of
our
people
community.
operate tractors and heavy
Where
equipment
you
every
live,
day to help keep America
where you
strong
work,
and growing. When operating dump trucks or
where you
equipment with
play.
booms or other extensions,
do
watch
too.
out for overhead electrical
Whatever
lines.
you
Make
do.
sure there's adequate
And
clearance
wherever you
because
are,
coming in
our
contact with
service
those lines
supports
could
you.
result in a tragedy. For more safety
Next Tech
information,
Wireless.
visit
We are
weci.net
Kansas.
and click on the safety tab. An important
There's
safety message
nothing more
brought to you
spacious
by
than
Wheatland
Western
Electric,
Kansas.
delivering energy for
And
life.
nobody
Your
closer
Touchstone
than our
Energy
communities.
Cooperative.
We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe...
We're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center as we're moments away from getting started. The second game of our boys, or doubleheader tonight, will be the boys' side of Scott City and Goodland. The Cowboys are 3-2 on the year coming into tonight. Scott City at 4-2. We're going to get Coach Amy Faler lined up here. We're going to talk the girls' game here momentarily as she swings by here, and we'll have a chance to chat with her and get her. Oh, here she is. She snuck her. I saw her coming up the stairs. Here you are, Coach. Well, you knew it was going to be a tall task, and pun not intended there, but against a very good Goodland team here tonight, and you fell short here. Really, that first corner just kind of was the story there with all the turnovers.
You know, we just got to take better care of the ball. You know, we had too many deflected passes, which led to steals and easy baskets there in the first quarter. You take that first quarter away, and it wasn't that bad of a game. However, you know, we just have to do the little things right all the time. We can't give them that many points at the beginning.
No, they were on a tear to begin the ball game there, and you know, when they had some others really step up and hit threes that really hadn't all year.
You know, they can shoot and they can drive. They're a phenomenal team. You know, we just got to do better defensively and not giving them open shots and that kind of stuff.
Do you feel like with the pressure that maybe your team got sped up quite a bit more than what you wanted to see out of them?
Yeah, we just got down pretty quick. You know, we were getting pushed and shoved, which we knew that's their style. They put hands on you all the time. They're going to be jumping and flying everywhere. You know, we did a good job for a while of putting bodies on people and not letting them get second shots, and then we go for a spurt that we don't. So, you know, there are good things that we can look at through this game and find some positives in it. But there's other things that we're going to go into Christmas break and know we got to work on some fine little things.
I think a couple positives. First, you guys are 9 of 10 at the free throw line. That's good to sight to see there tonight. And the second, I thought Avery Lewis felt pretty confident shooting the ball tonight.
You know, she did. She usually is pretty timid, but tonight she saw that they were giving the opening to her. They were putting a lot of pressure on other people, and we got her in the baseline with nobody on her. And she had confidence, you know, especially when you make that first one. The rest of them get a little bit easier every time. So I'm really glad that she stepped up and had the confidence to knock them down. We just need her to continue to grow, so she has confidence to do that all the time.
You guys, you guys put together a pretty good effort tonight just against a very good team, and there are some positives you can't take away, like you said. I thought, you know, at times I thought rebounding was a little better tonight.
Yeah. You know, we really boxed them off. We got a couple fouls of them going over our back. There's a couple times we got some offensive rebounds, but then we got to have the confidence to go back up strong and you know, try to score. But, you know, I'm proud that we made some adjustments on rebounding last night, and they put it to the game.
Well, you get some time off here, about 17 days in between games, and now you get Hugoton out of the gates Christmas break. What are you guys looking to do here? I know you have a little time off here with the moratorium, but between now and January 6th.
You know, we're working on the little aspects of the game. You know, we got to be able to make good screens and get people open off of those. We got to continue to work on rebounding and passing. We got to put more pressure on ourselves so then they feel more game-like. So hopefully we can get some good practices in and get those little things corrected before Hugoton game.
All right, well, Coach, once again, thank you for the time here, and have yourself a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you next year.
Thanks, Adam. Merry Christmas.
All right. Once again, Coach Amy Faler joining us here, wrapping up the girls' portion of our broadcast. We'll come back, and we will come back in about 30 seconds for the boys' pregame continuing on here. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio, with an affordable membership. You're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
Back here inside the Scott Community Events Center here is moments away from the beginning of the boys contest. Scott City and Goodland set to do battle. Should be a good one here tonight. Here in this boys matchup here. Well, you take a look at the Scott City averaging 53 points a game, and both their losses, they've only scored 41. Both of those losses, they had leads at the break. Well, that hopefully Scott City leads, and they were both on the road actually as well here tonight. You're at home and against a very good team. Goodland coming into town. I think they could be an improved team from last year. 3-2 they enter, so they're on the right side of things there in Goodland. But Scott City was led by Jackson Runford, 12 points on Friday night. Dylan Metzger at 12, and Coach said, they slowed the pace down a little bit too much after reflection there on Friday night at Colby. He took blame for that, but see if Scott City can come back and bounce back tonight. And the one thing they'll have to do is cut out some of those turnovers. They had 14 against Colby, but kept them in check for the most part. Goodland on the other side. Their two losses are to Lakin and Holcomb, 51-48 to Lakin, 47-37 to Holcomb. They do have 4 starters coming back from last year. They're led this year by the 6'3 sophomore Brady Brumbaugh. He is averaging 14 points a game. He has 8 threes, and he's shooting 82% at the free throw line at 14-17. He could be a matchup issue tonight, but Scott City, I think if they can do it with defense, or they can, if they want to pull out a victory, I think they'll have to do it with defense. That's what I'm trying to say here. But you also have Manny Gonzalez, a pretty good shooter as well. He averages 8 points a game. And you also have Devontae Hardy, Noah Chanette. They are averaging around 9 a game. And this is a good Goodland team. They're 54 points per contest so far through the first 5 games at 3-2. They have wins over Syracuse, 63-51. Ulysses, 61-44. And Ray, Colorado, 62-52. To mention their losses, 51-48 loss to Lakin and 47-37 to Holcomb. They'll have return games against them coming up later on in February as Goodland, coached by Mikey Doll in his 6th season. It should be a good matchup here tonight. Both teams pretty young here. Let's get to your starters here tonight for the Goodland Cowboys. Your starters brought to you tonight by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Goodland Cowboys, coached by Mikey Dole in his 6th season, assisted by Jeremy Stefan Alec May. And it'll be Cole Linton. He is a 6-foot junior, averages 3 points and nearly 2 boards per ball game. Manny Gonzalez, he is a 5'9 junior, averages 7.6 points and 4.4 boards per ball game. Noah Chanette, he's a 6'3 junior, averages 9.4 points and 1.6 rebounds a game. Brady Brumbaugh, 6'3 sophomore, at 14.2 points and 2.4 rebounds a game. And Devontae Hardy, he is a 6'4 senior, 9.4 points and 6 rebounds a game. Cole Linton, Manny Gonzalez, Noah Chanette, Brady Brumbaugh, and Devontae Hardy. This is a pretty lengthy lineup, a tall lineup for the Goodland Cowboys. They have coming out onto the court here tonight. And they also do, at times, bring out a 6'4 sophomore Blair Lennon off the bench as well. For the Scott City Beavers, coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season. He is assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite, and they're in the festive mood tonight. They're wearing their ugly Christmas sweaters, and they do look fantastic on them. Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, averaging 11.2 points, 2.6 boards a game. Avery Knoll, the 6'3 junior, averages 4.8 points and 4.4 boards a game. Alex Tarango, a 5'9 sophomore, 3.3 points and 1.8 boards a game. Also, the 6'5 sophomore Jackson Rumford is 17.7 points, 12.2 rebounds a game. And the 6'1 senior Lawson Bailey, 8.8 points and 5.6 rebounds a game. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey, the starting 5 on the floor tonight for the Goodland for the Scott City Beavers as they take on the Goodland Cowboys. Scott City's won the last 4 in this series, 16 of the last 18 and 34 of the last 37. We'll see how things go here tonight, but since late 1979, the Beavers have a 41-29 series lead on Goodland, and it's really been dominated since 2000. So those are your starters, once again presented by Security State Bank. Keys tonight for Scott City, I think it starts on the defensive end, pressuring Goodland and forcing them into turnovers. Second key is got to find a way to block out some of those athletic Goodland Cowboys. Scott City in their home whites with the lighter blue numbers and letters, the dark blue trim. Goodland in the road black uniforms, gold numbers and letters. Devontae Hardy, Jackson Runford to tip center. Ooh, that was kind of an ugly-looking tip. It went off the official, and then Rumford retrieves it as we're underway here in the Scott Community Event Center. Goodland opens up man-to-man zone here into Jackson Rumford, deflected, and Scott City turns the ball over on the first possession. That's been kind of synonymous for the season here. Unfortunately, they've, I think, turned the ball over on their opening possession, and now here's a backdoor cut for Cole Linton, and Goodland on the board first. 7:33 to go first quarter at 2-0. Out of their 7 games, I think 6 have been opening possession turnovers for the Beavers. Avery Knoll trying to get it in a Rumford, backs it, post up here, and then quickly double-teamed in as Manny Gonzalez. He strips it out of Rumford's hands, and 2 quick turnovers by Scott City in as many possessions. Now to Hardy, right side. Here's a Chenette 3, crawls off. Rebound, Avery Knoll for Scott City. First minute of the game, 2-0. Goodland with the lead. Scott City with the ball. Lawson Bailey trying to come back on offense after a season-low 2 points on Friday night at Colby. Avery Knoll trying to get it into Rumford. Gets it into him, quickly double-team. Now Hardy and Linton double-team him up top to Metzger. He goes left side. They work it around left baseline. Trango will take it. He'll lay it up and tie it. Nice strong move by Trango. 2-2 with 6:38 to go here in the first period of play. Trango with 3 points on Friday had a great defensive effort against Colby. Mainly manned up on their star player. And lob underneath. Here's Hardy. He'll go for point blank. Bank shot crawls off, and Rumford collects the rebound for Scott City. 2-2 your score. Looking for the first lead of the night are the Beavers. They bring it across with Rumford. And now Trango stop. Now left side. They get it into Rumford from Metzger. Pivots. Flips up a hook shot. Short rebound into the hands of Manny Gonzalez for Goodland. Still tied at 2. 6 minutes here in the first period of play. I say Trango was guarded Vaughn all night, and Goodland with a miscommunication. They throw it away as Gonzalez penetrated in the paint, tried to kick it out to Linton. A miscommunication. Their first turnover of the night. They average around 13 a game, do the Cowboys, as they will pick up man-to-man in the full court. Rumford, one dribble, now needs help, finds Alex Trango. 5:50 to work, back to Rumford. He'll take it across the 10-second line, guarded by Devontae Hardy. Now to Avery Knoll, looking to drive and dribble between the back, and that's going to be a charge. That time as he bowled his way through. A foul on Knoll, that'll be his first in the ball game's first foul. 5:43 to work in the first quarter. 2-2 your score here with 5:40 here in the opening 8 minutes of play. Goodland with the ball back. Scott City already with 3 turnovers here. The first few possessions. Stepping back is Gonzalez, guarded by Alex Trango. Now up top, it goes to Brady Brumbaugh, guarded by Metzger. And now here's Cole Linton. He hits the deck, but driving in. Now flipped by Hardy and almost stolen away by Trango. And then picked up loose. Now picked up by Scott City. Trango will take it all the way. He'll lay it up. Blocked out of there by Cole Linton. And it'll still stay Beaver basketball as Goodland committed turnover number 2. Goodland to sub in the 6'5" sophomore Lincoln Cure. He had 4 at Holcomb on Friday night. He averages right at 4 a game. Devontae Hardy checks out with 5:13 to go first quarter. We're tied at 2 here. Rumford now miscommunication, and Scott City's going to turn the ball over for the 4th time. They've had 4 turnovers in their first 6 possessions, and they are tied at 2 here outside of 5 minutes to work first quarter. Been a game so far won by the defense. Scott City 1 of 2 from the floor. Goodland is 1 of 3. Up top with it is Cole Linton, feeds it to Lincoln Cure. Now right corner, here's a Brumbaugh 3. It's good. He spotted up in the right corner his 9th triple, and it's 5-2 Cowboys. 4:45 to go first quarter. A little full court pressure. Rumford to break it. Now uses up a dribble to Lawson Bailey for an answer back left wing 3. It's off the back iron rebound. Alex Trango was the last to touch it, they'll say. And it'll belong to the Goodland Cowboys on an early 3-point advantage. 4:36 to go first quarter. 5-2 Goodland lead with the ball. That's one thing you don't want to do is get Brumbaugh hot. He's one of those that can go off. He had a 30-point game earlier this year against Ulysses. As we're nearing the midway point of this first quarter, Lincoln Cure looking for a cutter. Now finds Manny Gonzalez guarded by Tarango. He'll get a screen, good help defense, and now driving in is Gonzalez. Nice flip to Lincoln Cure, puts it off the glass. 5 in a row for Goodland, leading 7-2 with 4:11 to go first period of play, and pressure in the backcourt and a steal. 5th Scott City turnover as Goodland with the ball up 5 at the halfway mark of this first quarter of play. Into Cole Linton, pivots, back up top, Gonzalez. Chanette for 3, good. And it's 10-2 Goodland with 3:54 to go first quarter. Scott City wants time. It's a full. And the Beavers trailing early here by the count of 10-2 with 3:54 to go first quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it right here for the time being. Here is Scott City has seen Goodland score 8 points. All right, let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. Let's come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver basketball.
Don't let Christmas shopping be stressful. Ease the stress with a trip to your Christmas shopping destination. Giftologist in Scott City and Leota. Inside Giftologist, Santa's helpers as the store stocks full of great gift ideas. Use a lineup of fine jewelry, coach items, home decor, and so much more. Also check out the variety of their cookware and brewware for the family chef. Why go out of town? You can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices. And don't forget that Giftologist has gift wrap. The country undermade goods are available daily. Ease the stress of Christmas shopping with a visit to Giftologist in Scott City and Leota.
Goodland has hit 3, make that 4 of their first 6 shots, including a pair of 3. Scott City 1 of 3 from the floor. They already have 5 turnovers, and Goodland has jumped out to a 10-2 lead here with 3:54 to go first quarter. But Goodland's defense has been solid here in the early going, and Scott City has committed 5 turnovers here in the first quarter. Metzger, nice give to Knoll, who keeps the dribble. Now he'll drive down the middle and get a hack called on Goodland. Their first foul of the night with 3:50 to go first quarter. But Goodland out to a 10-2 lead. The foul will be on Lincoln Cure, his first. He has 2 points. Scott City's only points coming from Alex Tarango. Jackson Rumford's only attempted 1 shot. Lawson Bailey's attempted 1 shot as well. As Bailey to inbound will get it up top to Jackson Rumford, who hands it off to Bailey. He'll drive left side. Now to Metzger out high, guarded by Chanette. 3:40 to work first quarter. Into Rumford, who's quickly double-teamed. Splits the defenders and can't get the layup to go. He did everything right but finish it. It didn't want to go in the basket. And Hardy collects the board for Goodland. They're on an 8-0 run. And now pulling up the foul line in there for the first time is Braylon Mull, a 5'11 freshman who averages just under 4 a game. A screen out high for Lincoln Cure, guarded by Avery Knoll. 3:20 to go first quarter. 10-2 Goodland lead. Chanette will pull up left side jumper, no. Rebound. Cure with the follow-up and in. He got behind and got the follow-up. And it is now 12-2 with 3:07 to go first quarter. And Scott City quickly back the other way, down by 10. Into Rumford. Right side. Ball fake. Here is Alex Tarango up top to Dylan Metzger. Back up top, it goes to Metzger. 10-0 Goodland run. They lead 12-2 with 2:50 to go first quarter. Coach Brian Gentry was concerned about this team as Scott City with their 6th turnover. Now poked away from behind. Avery Knoll forces Goodland into their 3rd turnover. It belonged to Scott City as Dylan Duff in for the first time, replacing Dylan Metzger. Goodland will bring back in Cole Linton, replacing Brady Brumbaugh. But Coach Brian Gentry was concerned coming into tonight's game. He felt like Goodland is one of those teams you could have put there toward the top of the league among Colby. And, I mean, Huguenot's a prohibitive favorite of this league, but he had him up there with Colby coming in here tonight. And Goodland with a 12-2 lead here with 2:40 to go first quarter. Largest deficit in the first half all year for Scott City. It's in this first quarter with 2:35 to go. Goodland has hit 5 of their first 8 shots here. Scott City only 1 of 4, but they have 6 turnovers. Jackson Rumford with it, and a whistle and a hack on Goodland. That'll be their 2nd team foul with 2:24 to go first quarter. And that foul, Lincoln Cure, that's his 2nd. And Coach Mikey Dull will head to the bench and bring back in Brady Brumbaugh for Cure. Scott City, Coach Brian Gentry will send in Dylan Metzger to replace Alex Tarango. The Beavers have not been able to attack Goodland yet here in this first quarter. Nolan to Lewis, or to Umford here, left corner. 2:20 now to Knoll, who had posted up. Power dribble goes up and puts it in. His first basket 12-4 here as we're outside of 2 minutes to go first quarter. And the Beavers end the Goodland 10-0 run here. Devontae Hardy up top. Scott City in a man-to-man. Now Linton will drive down the middle. His scoop shot off to left. A lot of contact, and the rebound goes to the Beavers. Metzger with under 2 to go first quarter. Scott City trying to cut into this deficit here early on, down 8. Right corner to Metzger. He'll fire up a 3. He'll be too strong on it. Rebound underneath to Devontae Hardy for the Goodland Cowboys at a whistle. Ball knocked out of bounds with 1:43 to go here in the first. Beavers trail early on here, 12-4. 100 seconds to go first quarter. Into the front court is Manny Gonzalez, and now to Braden Lemole. The fresh ball poked away but picked up by Hardy out high. 1:28 to work first quarter. And now now back up top, the Brum ball goes right side to Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez deflected and saved by Avery Knoll. Nice defense by Knoll. 4th Goodland turnover. Scott City needs to start cashing in on these turnovers. Here's Rumford driving and spin move. Nice move. Lays it up. Can't get it to go, but he'll get 2 free throws. He's scoreless here on 0-2 shooting here with 1:11 to go first quarter. And the foul will be charged to Devontae Hardy, his first. Rumford, a 73% free throw shooter. Scott City was just 3 of 5 at the line on Friday night at Colby, and the free throw for Rumford. Man, I don't know what Rumford did to that rim, but it does not like him in the first quarter. He misses the free throw. No, Jeanette back in for Goodland. Camden Volgamore enters for the first time for Scott City, a 6-foot sophomore. Second free throw, Rumford finally gets that one to drop in. His first point of the night. It's 12-5 with 1:11 to go first quarter. So Scott City's been able to whittle the lead down here a little bit as they've scored the last 3 in this ballgame. Final minute of the first quarter. Hardy holds it, waiting for Cutter Linton. He slips on the court. Seen players both sides, girls and boys, slip on the court. Turnover number 5 on Goodland, and it's Scott City's ball. 57.9 here in the opening frame. Duff inbounded into Metzger, who tracks it down to the backcourt. And now we'll get it to Lawson Bailey. He'll take it across the 10-second line, gets it poked from behind, and Goodland forces Scott City into their 7th turnover. 45 seconds to work. Here's Linton going left side. The runner, no, but a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Dylan Metzger, who's first. Scott City's second, and should be 2 free throws for the 6-foot junior Cole Linton. And it is. Linton, a 63% free throw shooter on the year as a team. Goodland, 66%. Scott City this year has struggled at the line. They're just 46% as a team coming in tonight, and Linton's free throw rims off. In is Coy Vance for the first time, the 5'10 junior, replacing Lawson Bailey with 43.4 to go first quarter. Braylon Mold to check in, and he'll replace Devontae Hardy. 12-5 Goodland lead. They had a 10-0 run in this first quarter to really separate themselves. 43.4 here in the first. Second free throw crawls in. Would have been a lane violation if that would have not went in for Linton. 13-5, 40 seconds to go first quarter. Vance with it in the backcourt. Now through a double team. Finds Dylan Metzger to Camden Volgamore. Almost double dribble there. Now to Jackson Rumford. Out high. He's guarded by Chanette. 28 seconds to go. Duff with it. Looking to feed it in, but finds cutting Coy Vance now, flips it to Rumford. Rumford will back his way and goes up left side, right shot, no. Rebound into the hands after deflection to Braylon Mole. Rumford 0 for 3 from the field and a steal out high. And Scott City with a chance at it with 10 seconds to go. Here's Camden Volgamore, back up top to Duff, turns down the 3, drives in. Metzger, he is pushed out high by Manny Gonzalez after a pump fake, and that'll be the 4th team foul on Goodland in the first on. Manny Gonzalez with 5.5 seconds to go first quarter. Duff to trigger it in front of the Cowboy bench to Rumford with 4 seconds. Rumford with 3, with 2. Will drive and spin move, pulls up, jumper, good, right at the end of the first quarter. And a big confidence booster hopefully for Rumford. 13-7, Goodland leads after 1. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
Life is all about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Goodland and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it deserves. Dr. Goodland can diagnose and treat an array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. It's easy to see that Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Goodland today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all areas of school activities. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. They're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, they're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track. Contact Farm Bureau agent Neil Baker in Dayton at 620-397-5345 or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
13-7 is your score after the end of the first quarter. Goodland 5 of 13 from the field, or make that 5 of 8. Scott City just 3 of 8. So the difference, 3-pointers. Goodland hit 2 of them. Scott City did not hit 1. That was the difference in the first quarter. Scott City led by Jackson Rumford with 3. 2 others with 2. Goodland led in the first quarter by Lincoln Cure off the bench with 4. He's got 2 fouls, though, and he's sitting down there on the bench. Goodland with it. Brumbaugh hit a first quarter 3. Now to Noah Chanette. He hit the other first quarter 3 for Goodland, backing his way in, guarded by Coy Vance. Now bounce pass up top to Braylon Mole. Scott City, though, had 7 turnovers. Goodland had 6 in that first 8 minutes of play. 30 seconds into the second quarter, and Chanette will pull up for 17 and knock it down. He has 5. He is 2 of 4 from the floor, and Goodland extends their lead to 6 or 8. 7:25 to go first half at 15-7. Metzger brings it across. Now uses up a dribble and needs help. Finds Duff. Duff will get it in here to Rumford. Back to Duff. Now behind the defense to Coy Vance. He'll put up a tough shot. It crawls off, and the rebound to Manny Gonzalez for Goodland. Goodland out-rebounded Scott City 5-3 in that first quarter. First minute of the second quarter. Brumbaugh in the right corner 3, no. And in the hands of Camden Volgamore collects the board. Brumbaugh, his second shot attempt of the night. 15-7 Goodland lead. They've led the entire way other than a 2-2 tie. 6:50 to go first half. Here's Metzger dribbling, drives back, or pulls back, Now to Duff, up top to Coy Vance. Right side to Camden Volgamore. One dribble trying to feed it in. Ball kicked. So they try to get it in to Jackson Rumford. He'll still stay with the Beavers. Is back in as Alex Tarango, Lawson Bailey, Coy Vance, and Dylan Duff exit. As the ball will be inbounded on the baseline by Scott City with 6:41 to go first half. 15-7, Goodland leads Scott City with the ball. They'll lob it in to Rumford. Now it's to Lawson Bailey. Trying to get a screen for Metzger, but couldn't. Now Jackson Rumford will look to drive in on Hardy. He drives to the foul line. Now throws it right side to Metzger. Metzger looking to drive right baseline. He's cut off and now pulls it back out. Trying to fire a 3, but good recovery defense by Goodland. Out high to Lawson Bailey. Pump fakes on a 3. Tried to get it into Rumford and late pass, and it's turnover number 8. Here's Hardy driving in. His layup is good, and they're back up by 10. Hardy's first 2, 17-7 with 6:12 to go first half. Then off the inbounds, a steal by Goodland, and the 9th Scott City turnover. Ball loose out high. Chanette with it. He'll drive in, dish it right corner to Gonzalez. Out high, Brumbaugh for 3. Good. 20-7, Goodland hot shooting. 5:55 to go first half. And they have hit 3 of their first 4 shots in this second quarter and are 9-12 in the first half. Make that 8-12 in the first half, but you get the idea. Into Tarango, catches a bank shot high off the glass. No, and the rebound to Goodland Chanette. Scott City, on the other hand, they're 0 of 2 in this quarter, 3 of 10 for the first half. That's really the story. Goodland on a 7-0 run to begin the second quarter and looking to add to it. They will not. The layup, no, for Braylon Mullen in the hands of Lawson Bailey for the board. 20-7 Goodland, 5:20 to go first half. Here's Metzger with a couple of dribbles that high. Looking to drive in. It's cut off, and now to Alex Tarango. He'll try to drive in, and Gonzalez tried to draw the charge. And Tarango fires one from the right elbow. 20-9, 5:07 to go first half. Gonzalez is like, hey, I took the charge out here. Call the foul. And now he fires a 3. No, but rebound. Hardy misses one from point blank, and Scott City with the board in the hands of Lawson Bailey. 4:50 to work first half. Trying to get into Rumford, poked away, and Scott City with their 10th turnover. And they get a whistle and a timeout for Coach Mikey Dolan, a 6th year in Goodland. The former Cowboy himself calls the 30 with 4:46 to go first half. Basketball here presented by Jackson Legal Group, Levin Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, McCarty Family Farms, also Metzger Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Plain Jan's, Platinum H Insurance, as well as Pokey Feeders. Been a rough first half for Scott City. Goodland has come out and has jumped out to a 20-9 lead here on Scott City here in the second quarter. This is a confident shooting Cowboy team so far in this first half. Goodland led by Brady Brumbaugh's pair of threes with 6. Scott City led by Alex Tarango with 4. Out of the 32nd timeout by Goodland, the Cowboys with the ball up 11. But the Beavers with 10 first half turnovers, Goodland with just 6. And it goes to Lincoln. Cure's back in there. And now to Gonzalez. Cure floats one in the paint, bank shot to left, rebound. Tarango will save it into play to Jackson Rumford. Good hustle play that time. Scott City has 3-on-1 numbers. Noel will pull up, shoots one over Linton short, and the rebound goes to Noah Chanette. That was a good look for Noel, just cannot drop it in. And now it's thrown away by Goodland. Here's Metzger at high. Right corner to Tarango. He'll pop the 3. The rainbow shot short. Rebound mistimed on the jump by Scott City. Manny Gonzalez collects it for the Goodland Cowboys. And now whistling a foul. That'll be on Avery Knoll, and that's going to be his second and Scott City's third foul of the half here with 4:06 to go first half. 20-9 is your score for Goodland as Eloy Ruelas will check in for Alex Tarango, and now Avery Knoll has to be careful on defense. Actually, will be Knoll that checks out. The lob out high is Brady Brumbaugh back into the Goodland lineup. Underneath it goes to Thorson, shot up no, and he'll get 2 free throws with 4:03 to go first half. As that foul is on Alex Tarango's first. Scott City now with 4 fouls. Goodland also with 4 fouls, 2 free throws for Thorson. The 5'11" sophomore comes off the bench for the first time tonight. His first varsity free throw attempts of his career, and he's too strong in the first. Goodland now 1 of 3 at the line. Duff to replace Alex Tarango. 20-9, Goodland leads it here. 4:03 to go first half. Second free throw up, and that is good. He gets 1 out of 2 to make it 21-9. And now back in is Devontae Hardy. He will replace Lincoln Cure. AU. 4:03 to go first half. Inbound in, Lawson Bailey to Dylan Metzger. Now to Lawson Bailey underneath the Duff, who almost stepped out of bounds, saved it in, but poked away by Goodland with 3:57 to go before halftime. 21-9, Goodland leads this one here in Scott City. They have not won in Scott City since 2018. Metzger with the ball high. This is really a big game here, concerning not only sub-state but possible league. Not really league, but mainly sub-state records. Now Metzger will drive right side. He's cut off. Finds a cutting Duff, but throws it away. Good defense by Goodland. 11th turnover by Scott City this first half. That has really hurt them significantly in this half. 3.5 to go before intermission. Zach Thorson with it. Now goes over to Cole Linton out high. Linton now goes right corner to Manny Gonzalez. Up top to Linton. Devontae Hardy with it. Left side to Brumbaugh. Trying to go give and go there, but now back up top to Linton, and they have a 12-point lead in the ball, and they have stymied Scott City's offense here in this first half. Beavers have also done it to themselves with turnovers. There's Hardy. He's going to be called for a charge. That's going to be taken by Jackson Rumford. Hardy's second, the team's 5th. And that'll send Noah Chanette back to the lineup. 3:08 to go first half. 21-9, Goodland leads this one. Metzger with in the backcourt. Now one dribble to Lawson Bailey. He has the sideline, and as Goodland backs off to a man-to-man full court, here's Eloy Ruelas. He'll drive in, kick it left corner to Dylan Duff. Can he get a 3 in? No, he's short. Scott City 0-for-3 on threes here in this, make that 0-of-4. And Goodland back the other way with Manny Gonzalez, who already has 4 boards this half. With it is Linton up top. Here's Jeanette for another three. Crawls off. Rebound underneath. Goes to Thorson, and now here's Gonzalez for three. No, rebound loose. Picked up, though, by Thorson again. 2 offensive boards for the Cowboys, and they save the possession. With 2:25 to go first half. 21-9 Goodland lead. Scott City's only scored 2 points this second quarter, and now Brumbaugh for three. Good. Gave him way too many opportunities. 24-9 with 2:13 to go first half, and Goodland has hit a total of 4 threes in this first half, 3 of those by Brumbaugh, and they have a 15-point leader in Scott City as we approach 2 to go first half. Right side, it goes to Lawson Bailey. Entry feed into the paint. That's going to be a whistle and a block on Goodland as the foul will be charged to Cole Linton as first, and their 6th foul of the half with 1:56 to go first half. They'll bring in Braylon Mole to replace Manny Gonzalez. But Goodland out-hustled Scott City to a couple of boards that time, and that paid off as they got the three. Scott City yet to hit a three tonight. Bailey trying to get on the board, cannot find his shot. Rebound loose underneath, and it's collected by Braylon Mole for Goodland. Boy, they cannot buy a basket either. 1:45 to go, and they're going to call a travel out high on Braylon Mole. And back over it goes to these Beavers, down 24-9 with 1:44 to go first half. Inbound into Dylan Metzger here. He'll walk it across. Scott City only 2 points this quarter. It's an 11-2 Cowboy run this period. Now to Lawson Bailey into Rumford. Catches it, flips it up. Hook shot, he's got it. He has 5. 24-11 with 1:27 to go first half. As Scott City ends a little 4-0 Goodland run. Now with it is Mole up top to Brumbaugh. Stops, fires a straightaway triple off the back iron, and Rumford collects just his 2nd board of the night. Beavers down at 13, final minute of this first half. Rumford with it, bounce pass right side to Eloy Ruelas. He'll drive in, kick it right corner to Duff. Can he hit the three? No, he cannot. He is 0-5 on threes coming in, and a Goodland rebound in the hands of Brumbaugh. With 54 seconds to go, he'll race it across, and he will stop and pop the three in short. That'll go out of bounds to Scott City. Camden Volgamore in to replace Dylan Duff. Goodland will bring in Manny Gonzalez for Cole Linton. So Scott City only 5 field goals in this first half, no threes, trail at 24-11. They hit 6 threes against Colby on Friday night. This will be the first time they'll trail at the break this year. 40 seconds to go first half. They've trailed by as many as 15, down 13. Rumford, spin move, pump fake, nice feed to get it to Volgamore, who somehow sneaks it out to Metzger here with 28 seconds to go first half. Up top to Lawson Bailey. Now here's Metzger looking to drive, try to draw the foul up top. And now right side to Lawson Bailey. Hit fake, sees an alley, drives in, pulls up. Now flips it backside to Rumford, who kisses it off the glass for his 7th point. 24-13 with 13 seconds to go first half. Scott City scored the last 4. Goodland will have the ball for the final shot here with 4 seconds. Manny Gonzalez drives down the middle left side. Chenette, southpaw three. No, and that's the end of your first half. But Goodland with a big first half, hot shooting, and they lead it here at the break at 24-13 over Scott City. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
If your furnace is not working, would you hire some random fixer-upper? Likely not. You'd call the real heating experts at Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your authorized Bryant dealer in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes to keep you warm inside. Find out how you can save up to 40% on your heating and cooling bill with the Bryant Evolution system. Call your Nate certified experts at 872-2954 to help you save money on heating costs. Free estimates are available. Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes.
Weathers Land and Livestock wishes the Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-2023 season. They are proud to support the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 KSKL. Hard work, dedication, persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and in the classroom. Good luck, Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
Technology bring you closer this holiday season to loved ones near and far. With unlimited data as low as $25 a month, you can get the phone you want with the features you need from the best people.
Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live,
Keeping
work,
Kansans
and raise a family.
connected.
We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects.
I'm Michael Trout with
To
State
learn
Farm
more,
in Scott City.
visit us
If something
online
happened
at
and you weren't here
scottcf.org.
tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm.
Adding
We can
value
work with
to
you
our
to find
community
the
has been
best
our
life
priority
insurance
since
plan
day
to fit
one.
your needs
That's
or
why
to
the
make
Scott
sure
Co-op
you
is
have
given
it.
8
This
elevator
isn't something to
locations,
put off
2
another
service
day. On the
stations,
field of
5
life,
park
be
trucks,
prepared.
bulk
Michael
fuel
Trout,
and oil
State Farm,
delivery, as
Scott
well as
City.
a field service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom applications. Visit us online at
United Wireless
scottcoop.com
believes in
and
delivering
download our
value
app
to their
for more
customers
information.
and supporting
Scott
our local
Co-op is a
communities.
proud supporter
United
of our local
continues to
community.
invest in their network, their people, and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Is built on a tradition
We all know
of
the
trust
weather in
and
Western
thoroughness
Kansas
that you
changes
deserve.
daily. And that's
Chaplain
why your
Real
Ream
Estate takes pride
specialist
in our
for heating and
community
cooling
and
is
cheering
there
on
for
our
top
students
quality
in all that
service.
they do.
Throw Heating and
Give
Cooling
Chaplain Real
Services
Estate a
all
call
brands
or
for
visit
2
our
meters,
website
gas
today.
fireplaces, gas piping,
The
and
world
sheet metal. They
needs
service
more
for both
farmers.
residential and
People who
commercial
know the
units.
land.
For repairs or estimates,
People
call
who support rural communities.
620-872-3508
People who are as
or
diverse
visit
as
them at
each acre they
910
care
West
for.
5th Street in Scott City.
But unless
Throw
you've been
Heating
born
and
or raised
Cooling
on a family
proudly
farm,
supports the Scott
it's
City
nearly
Beavers.
impossible to become a farmer.
It's
That's why
time
we are
for the
building a team of
Precision
people from
Ag
our
and
hometown
Seed
and
Halftime
across
Show.
the world to do what
Precision
they love.
Ag and Seed is a
We are
proud
not just a
supporter
family farm.
of all
We are
Scott
a
City
multi-family
activities.
We are Volgamore Family Farms.
The Goodland Cowboys lead it here 24-13 here in the first half over the Scott City Beavers. Scott City really cold shooting. They also committed 11 turnovers. Goodland's committed 9, but Goodland has taken advantage of some of those turnovers at Scott City more so than the Beavers have of Goodland's turnovers here at the break here. As we take a look at half of the scoring here, it was 13-7 in favor of Goodland after one, and then it was an 11-6 Goodland Cowboy run in the second quarter to make the halftime score 24-13. They've led by as many as 15 after Scott City scored the last 4 points of the half. First half scoring looks like this. For Goodland, they had Brady Brumbaugh with 9 points on 3 threes, 5 for Noah Chanette, 4 for Lincoln Cure, 3 for Cole Linton, and 2 for Devontae Hardy, 1 for Zach Thorson in the first half. The Cowboys in that first half, they had 6 fouls, 9 turnovers, 9 steals, but they dominated the glass on Scott City 14-7. They had 10 defensive rebounds and 4 offensive boards. Scott City did not collect an offensive rebound in that first half. They had just 7 defensive rebounds. In the first half for Scott City, they were led by Jackson Rumford with 7, Alex Tarango with 4. And then that was it, really. 2 points for Avery Knoll. He had to sit for most of the second quarter after picking up his second personal foul. In the first half, Scott City had 4 fouls, 11 turnovers. They had 6 steals, but mentioned 7 rebounds total. Those are all on the defensive side. So a rough first half for Scott City. But give credit to Goodland. They knocked down their shots. They got second and third chance opportunities at times, and they have a 24-13 halftime lead here over Scott City. And the Beavers, they're I guess you could say their worst first half performance of the year and their season low of points and a half here at 13. Step aside for another 3-minute break. Come back with the rest of your first half. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Here's Odessa from Plain Jan's.
Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's. Oh, we do so many things.
Tell us about it, Odessa.
Well, we rent houses, big houses, little houses.
Okay, what else?
Plain Jane's Prince gloves. Lots and lots and lots of gloves.
Tell me more.
Adam, my grandma who started Plain Jane's 35 years ago.
Wow, that was in 1987?
Yep, I wasn't even born then, and my mom Allie was just a little kid.
Now we know about Plain Jan's.
35 years old? Wow, that's really old.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech, and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva AgriScience, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
A-Plus Aviation at the Scott City Airport had a great summer of aerial application. Would like to thank their customers this season. They wish all a productive, efficient harvest and hope you think of them whenever you see a plane in the sky. Fall is the time for pasture spraying for milk thistle and other winter annuals. A-Plus Aviation is a member of the Scott City Area Chamber of Commerce and a supporter of community activity. Call 620-872-3000 or visit them at the large white hangar at the north end of the Scott City Airport. A-Plus Aviation, delivering quality solutions.
Here at American Implement, we're proud to be part of the communities we serve, and that's the reason we support local youth through scholastic activities like FFA, 4-H band, and sports. We firmly believe that the right activity can bring out the best qualities every child has to offer, and we wholeheartedly want to support and be involved with that. It's part of our responsibility as a good neighbor, and we're proud to call your community our home also.
24-13, Cowboys lead the Scott City Beaver boys here at the break here as we're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center here. First half stats, the Goodland Cowboys shot 9 of 19 from the floor, 47%. They were a little cooler in that second quarter after a 5 for 8 shooting performance in the first. 4 of 10 on threes. If we really want to look at the differential of the game, it's at the three-point arc. Scott City has not hit a three in the first half. Cowboys are 5 of 9 inside the three-point arc and 2 of 4 at the line. Scott City 6 of 18 from the field in the first half, 33%. 0 of 5 on 3, 6 of 13 on 2s, and just 1 of 2 at the line. Foul trouble for both teams. Scott City had Avery Knoll with 2 fouls. Goodland had Lincoln Cure and Devontae Hardy. Beavers will be next in action on Friday, January 6, 2023, down in Hugoton. Goodland will go to Cimarron that same night for their next game. But the Beavers are already a third of the way through the season after tonight. Actually, they'll be at 35% of the way through their season. I don't remember last time Scott City's played 7 of their 20 regularly scheduled games pre-Christmas. It'll be Scott City ball to begin the third quarter of play. The Beavers will have Dylan Metzger, Alex Tarango, Avery Knoll, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey. For Goodland, it'll be Manny Gonzalez, Cole Linton, Noah Chanette, Brady Brumbaugh, and Devontae Hardy as this third quarter officially underway. Bailey to bring it across. Goodland staying man-to-man. They've been effective tonight in the man defense. Here's a screen from Metzger. Scott City yet to hit a three tonight into Rumford. Powers way in, flips it left corner. Can Trango buck the trend on threes? No, it's a deep or too strong in the backside board to Devontae Hardy for the Cowboys. So Scott City still cannot buy a three here as ball's deflected and Scott City forces Goodland into their 10th turnover and then a collision and Scott City turns the ball right back over. It was first 30 seconds of the second half. They wanted to push it, but maybe a little bit too much there. Left side to Chanette. Flips it over to Brumbaugh. Up top, it'll go to Devontae Hardy. Right side to Cole Linton. Linton puts it on the floor, trying to get around Metzger. Good defense that high. And now he uses up a dribble, finds Hardy to avoid the 5 count. Now to Chenette. Guarded by Tarango. Left side he goes to Manny Gonzalez. Scott City also kind of in a man look here to begin the second half. Gonzalez blows by. Now right side. Brumbaugh for his 4-3. Too strong. Rebound tipped around in the hands of Lawson Bailey. Lead pass down the floor to Dylan Metzger. He'll drive in. The right-handed lip. He's on the board for the first time in Scott City with the last 6 in the game with 6:47 to go third quarter, 24-15. So good job by Scott City there in transition, getting the rebound and the easy 2. 90 seconds into this third quarter. Here's Hardy dribbling it out to Cole Linton. Linton trapped now high left to Chenette. Chenette guarded by Metzger, back to Linton. And almost a foul at high, and now Knoll guards him. Had the trap. Hardy passed. The ball stolen away by Avery Knoll. 11 Scott City turnover. Scott City can cut in this deficit a little bit more. Here's Knoll trying to drive in. Now Metzger up top to Rumford. One dribble. Now we'll go left to Lawson Bailey. We're outside of 6 minutes. Here's Bailey looking to drive in. Hangs, shoots. Oh, that went halfway in and out. And Cole Linton with the board. And Bailey still scoreless. His third shot attempt of the night. Baseball pass to Hardy. Flips it to Chenette. He'll drive, pull up mid-range jumper. He is hacked and he'll get 2 free throws. And that foul is going to be on Avery Knoll, his third. Team foul number 1 of the second half. 5:52 to go third quarter. 2 free throws for Chenette, where he's 58% on the year, and he pinked that one home to make it 25-15. Ends the 6-0 Scott City run this ball game. 5:52 to go third quarter. There's Brian Gentry electing to keep Knoll in there with his 3 fouls, who has 2 points tonight as well. Lincoln Kerr to check in if Chenette hits this free throw, which goes in and out. Knoll collects his second board of the night. It's a 10-point Goodland lead. Scott City to bring it across to Rumford. Spin move. Oh, may have gotten away with the walk. Now high right to Dylan Metzger. Metzger looking to drive in. Jump stop now to Tarango. He'll drive left side. Loses it out of bounds, and turnover number 13 on Scott City. In will be Lincoln Kier for Goodland. Scott City to bring in Dylan Duff. And that will be Alex Tarango. 5:37 to go third quarter. 25-15 is your score for Goodland. They lead it here over Scott City. Beavers have had their opportunities here in the second half, but a couple of big turnovers here. Really kind of the story of their night. Kerr skips it right side. A catch and shoot 3 for Linton is short. Rebound, Chenette. Another offensive board. He'll go up and he will miss it, but he's got 2 free throws coming his way. Team foul number 2 on Scott City this half. And the foul will be charged to Jackson Rumford as first. Chenette was 1 of 2 at the line. Goodland tonight 3 of 6. Scott City just 1 of 2. Free throw off the heel that time for Chenette. He'll get another one. 25-15, Goodland with the lead. 5:16 here in this third. Zach Thorson to check in for Goodland if Chenette hits this free throw, which he leaves it short. And Rumford just his 3rd rebound of the night. There haven't been a lot of rebounding opportunities. The front court quickly to Avery Knoll. Sees an alley. He'll drive left side. Hangs. Bank shot. Can't get it to go, but he's got 2 free throws coming his way. And Scott City's second trip to the line tonight as Noah Chenette commits his first foul, the team's first of the half. Knoll has struggled at the line this year at 5 of 12 on the year. Coming into tonight, hits that free throw for his 3rd point, makes it 25-16. 5:08 here in this third quarter, as that'll be Cole Linton replacing Thorson. So that makes it a 9-point game. Can Knoll hit the second? The answer's yes. 25-17, Scott City's back to within 8. Close as they've been since early second quarter. We're at the 5-minute mark of this third period. And now thrown away right in the hands of Jackson Rumford with 2-on-1 numbers. Rumford will take it all the way. He will lay it up, and that's going to be a charge. Rumford's second foul, team's 3rd of the half. And already the 3rd turnover. 4:54 to go third period. Scott City down 25-17. Missed an opportunity to get points off turnovers. They do trap in the backcourt. Chenette now finds Thorson, and he'll break the full court press as he goes left to right with the dribble. Now hands it off to Brumbaugh, now up top to Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez just took that charge moments ago on Rumford. They'll go left to Thorson. Thorson uses up his dribble. Needs help, finds Brumbaugh at high, guarded by Lawson Bailey with 4.5 to go third quarter. It's been a better defensive effort this second half for Scott City, but they need a score on the other end. Nice give and go lead pass effort. It was a good idea, but just a little bit too far to lead Jeanette, and the turnover gives it back to Scott City down 8. Is Cure to guard the inbounds. They inbounded into Lawson Bailey. Full court trap applied by the Cowboys, but Scott City breaks it. Bailey with it. 4:18 to go third quarter as he surveys, takes the cross and draws the foul. Lincoln Cure out high. His third, team second of the half with 4:17 to go third period. And Hardy to check in for Cure. Avery and Old inbound at half court. Scott City down 8, 25-17. Inbound into Dylan Metzger. The Beavers have yet to hit a three here tonight, as Metzger has it into the front court. Now up top to Bailey, looking to drive left. He'll take a strong to the rack and will lay it up and score it. His first two, 25-19, halfway point, third quarter, and Scott City within 6. Timeout, Goodland. It's a 30-second timeout with 3:58 to go third quarter. Coach Mikey Dahl sensing a run here for Scott City. They're on a 6-2 run to begin this third quarter. Basketball tonight brought to you by Precision Ag and Seed, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Arner Pallet, Richards Financial Services, Road and Beaton Green Agency, Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro, as well as Security State Bank. This is the closest Scott City has been since the end of the first quarter at 13-7. It's 25-19. Here with 3:58 to go third quarter. Goodland has never trailed in this one. It's only been tied one time here tonight. So Goodland has burned a couple of timeouts in this one. They have 3. Scott City has 4. Foul's a little bit of an issue for both teams. Avery Knoll has 3 for Scott City. Lincoln Cure has 3 for Goodland. Knoll stays in there. Goodland can run the baseline as Scott City pressures the inbound. Out of the timeout, Goodland will get it in to Manny Gonzalez, guarded by Knoll. He has to be careful with 3 fouls. Now he backs off. It's straight man-to-man defense by Scott City. Ball almost stolen away, but Gonzalez threads it through. He has it up top from Thorson. Guarded by Knoll with 3:44 to go. Now to Devontae Hardy. He'll put it on the floor once, hand it off to Jeanette. 25-19, Jeanette looking to drive in. Spin move, hangs, shoots, leaves it short, tipped around, and Devontae Hardy with an offensive board. Now up top to Jeanette. And now almost thrown away by Goodland, but Brumbaugh saves the possession. Goodland has 6 offensive boards. Scott City's yet to get an offensive board here tonight with 3:20 to go third quarter. Here's Brumbaugh, his floater good. Goodland's first field goal of the half. He has 11, 27-19 with 3:15 to go third quarter. Brumbaugh's first 2-point basket of the night as we're outside of 3 minutes to go third quarter. Duff entry feed into Jackson Rumford. Now looking to drive in. He'll back his way in. Bounce pass thrown away, and that's going to be trying to get it to Lawson Bailey. 15 Scott City turnover with 2:57 to go third quarter. Driving down the middle, and now Brumbaugh wide open, left corner 3, short. Rebound Avery Knoll for Scott City. And Knoll is harassed, and then he gets held that time by Zach Thorson, his first, team's third. 27-19, Goodland leads here, and you can tell they want to take the air out of the ball, so to speak, slow this pace down. Scott City's not been able to push the pace tonight. Braylon Mullen into the Cowboy lineup, replacing Noah Jeanette. Scott City, since their Goodland's 10-0 run the first quarter, has not been able to get it any closer than 6. It's right now at 8 with 2:35 to go third quarter. Avery Knoll runner in the paint. Good, he's got 6. 4 in this period, 27-21, 2.5 to go third quarter. And Scott City, for a second time this quarter, is back to within 6 with 2:20 to go third quarter. Also, Goodland has taken a little air out of this, or life out of the crowd here. Now almost stolen. Here's left corner to Brumbaugh. Turns down the 3. Bounce pass to Hardy. Goes over Rumford and misses it. Rebound Lawson Bailey. Can Scott City crack a little closer into this game here as we approach 2 minutes to go third quarter? Bailey steps back, launches a 3, misses everything as it'll go out of bounds to Goodland. missed an opportunity there. Did the Beavers to get it a little closer as Linton is in, replacing Zach Thorson. This is a very young Goodland team as well. They only play one senior. Their other senior, Gentry Deeds, I think he had a football injury and has not played any possessions of basketball here this year. Gonzalez, Scott City with 2 seniors. Both teams are pretty young. Nice drive, but Gonzalez, misses it. Went halfway in and out, then he was the last to touch it, as that was like a hot potato for the rebound. It'll be Scott City's ball with 100 seconds to go third quarter. Beavers are down 6 at 27-21. Goodland has done a good job tonight taking Rumford out of the game, really, and he only has 7 points here. Here's Bailey looking to drive in. Pulls up at the paint. Shot off the back iron. Can't get it to go. And the rebound to Cole Linton. Scott City's missed 2 opportunities there in a row with some good shots there. Just haven't been able to get them to drop in. And now in the backcourt pressured is Mole. Finds it across with a pass to Manny Gonzalez. Ball deflected, and here's Metzger with the steal. Down the floor comes Metzger. He gets stripped that time, and a good defensive play by the freshman Mole as the team's trade turnover. Scott City's 16th, make it 17th turnover of the night, and the dunk on the other end and 1 for Devontae Hardy. 1:04 to go third quarter at 29-21. And the Cowboys extend their lead to 8. Free throw pending. And the foul on Lawson Bailey is first, team's 4th. Duff will check out, Coy Vance to enter. And Devontae Hardy, who's a 77% free throw shooter, steps to the line where Goodland is just 3 of 8 tonight, but they have an 8-point lead here late third quarter. Scott City is yet to hit a 3-pointer tonight. Free throw for Hardy is good. He has 5, and it's 30-21, just like that. In is going to be Cole Linton. And Eloy Ruelas in for Avery Knoll. Also Lincoln Cure back in for the Cowboys as they now push the lead back up to 9. Final minute of this third quarter. Bailey can run the baseline. We'll get it into Eloy Ruelas. Ruelas to Dylan Metzger. Metzger bounce pass to Ruelas. He'll take it across the 10-second line. Now Lawson Bailey. Bounce pass, here's Coy Vance. Now double team finds Bailey out high. Can he hit a 3? Finally, Scott City hits a 3. Lawson Bailey's 8th 3 of the year pulls Scott City back to within 6. And Brian Gentry wants time with 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter at 30-24. Basketball brought to you tonight here by Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, Original Grande, Tri-Pac North America, True North Cafe, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, also Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Line, and Windland Farms. Scott City waited 31 minutes and 11 seconds to finally hit their first 3 of the night. And it comes from Lawson Bailey, who has 5 in this third quarter. And for a third time in this period, Scott City has pulled to within 30-24. They pulled to within 6. Scott City had a couple of chances earlier in this quarter when it was 27-21 to get it closer. They missed a couple of shots. They also committed a couple of turnovers. Goodland to inbound out of the 30-second break here with 48 seconds here in the third quarter. At 30-24 for Goodland. Goodland has slowed this pace down. They've milked the clock. They've also had second and third chance opportunities. And they forced Scott City into 16 turnovers. Gonzalez will drive in. His runner's short, but he'll get 2 free throws. With 35 seconds to go third quarter, team foul number 5 on Scott City, and the foul on Eloy Ruelas is first. Gonzalez with 2 free throws. He's a 63% free throw shooter on the year. Goodland this third quarter is just 2 of 5, but they've been there a lot and make it 2 of 6. And Devontae Hardy to return to the Cowboy lineup. And he'll replace Lincoln Cure. 35 seconds left, third quarter at 30-24 for Goodland. Scott City right now working on season low here as Gonzalez has his first point of the night, coming in averaging 7. 31-24. The lead is at 7 for Goodland. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Metzger back to now the ball deflected and a turnover. Here's Devontae Hardy, layup good. He read that pass the entire way, and it's now 33-24. 18 seconds to go third quarter, and Scott City with their 18th turnover of the night, down 9 and almost a travel. Here's Coy Vance. Now almost another turnover force with 10 seconds to go third quarter. Turnovers are killing Scott City tonight. credit to Goodland. Zach Thorson in to replace Braylon Mull. Bailey inbounded here to Jackson Rumford. Scott City has not been able to dictate the pace, and now they get a whistle and a foul on Linton, his second, and the team's fourth with 7.8 to go in the third quarter. But it's a 9-point Scott City deficit, 33-24, and Scott City has not been able to get this game under a 6-point deficit here in the second half since late first quarter into Rumford, who doesn't hand it off to Bailey. Now back to Lawson with 4 seconds, gets a screen, launches a triple, crawls off, and the rebound to Devontae Hardy, and that's how your third quarter comes to an end. And Goodland will lead by 9 over Scott City heading into the fourth quarter at 33-24. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you're like most people, you travel all over, and it doesn't take much for your vehicle to get dirty, and you hate cleaning it. Luckily for you, that's where Perfect Auto Detailing in Scott City comes in. Armando and the crew can detail the inside and outside, down to the square inch, making it look like new. Whether it's your small car or even your tractor, Perfect Auto Detailing can do it all. If you want the perfect detail done to your vehicle, call 620-214-3807. Don't forget about the pre-owned inventory on the lot on Main Street in Scott City. Perfect Auto Detailing.
Looking for a fresh start? How about buying a new car or home? We at Security State Bank want to help you with all the financial changes in your life, to choosing the perfect home for your family or starting a new business. Let Security help you. Come into one of our locations in Scott City or Leota, visit our website at ssbscott.com or call 620-872-7224 to find out how Security State Bank can support you throughout the changes in your life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Goodland's ball to begin the fourth quarter. Scott City did outscore Goodland that third quarter 11-9, but it's really hard to show for it after Goodland pushed it back up to 9 to go to the fourth quarter here at 33-24. Underneath, deflected, good defense by Avery Knoll. Goodland with their 15th turnover of the night. Scott City with their 10th steal. Scott City, nobody in double figures yet tonight. Here's Lawson Bailey driving in, lays it up. No, rebound tipped and into the hands of Cole Linton. That one might be forced a little bit here, but a good effort nonetheless, trying to drive it in. And then Avery Knoll strips ball from Brumbaugh. We're going to have a tie-up and another turnover here with 7:28 to go. Scott City led tonight by Jackson Rumford with 7, Avery Knoll with 6, and Lawson Bailey with 5. Goodland led by Brady Brumbaugh with 11, Devontae Hardy with 7. And Goodland will call a timeout here with 7:28 to go. Let's come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball. 1 minute break, please.
1 minute break, please.
Miller Veterinary Clinic in Scott City loves to take care of your large or small animals as much as you love caring for them. Doctors Questa Miller, Stacy Rock, Kelly Minix, and staff provide quality and compassionate care for your pet's health. They invite you to bring your animals in for checkups to keep their health in top shape. Miller Veterinary Clinic is also a full-service clinic and offers quality care with a boarding and grooming facility. Animal health supplies and foods are also available. Miller Veterinary Clinic, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
Vehicle maintenance, something no one wants to think about. Here at Burgess Motor Company, we make it easy. We do it all, from major engine overhauls to that all-important oil change. We also offer BG products and nitrogen for your tires. Our staff and technicians are fully trained and certified. So when you think maintenance, think Burgess Motor, your best field destination.
(33-24), Goodland with the lead in the ball. 7:25 to go. Pass underneath, now knocked away. Lawson Bailey saves the play into Alex Tarango. Good defensive hustle out of the timeout. Goodland with their 17th turnover. Scott City needs to cash in. The shot blocked from behind by Avery Knoll, but Lawson Bailey with Scott City's first offensive board of the night. Rumford feeds it to Lawson Bailey for the reverse layup. And makes it 33-26, 7:05 to go, and a steal. Here's Tarango, layup. No, it crawled off, and Scott City still cannot crack the barrier of 6 points or less here with 6:59 to go. So Scott City's turned up the pressure in this fourth quarter a little bit here in the first couple minutes, down 7. A screen for Metzger, a 3 on the way. Yes! He's got his three, his 17-3, 33-29 with 6:50 to go. Steal, and Lowell misses layup, and he'll have 2 free throws with 6:49 to go. Scott City's turned it up all of a sudden, and they have pulled it within 4 and can get a little closer. Here with 6:49 to go. The foul on Manny Gonzalez, his second. Avery Knoll with 2 free throws. Second trip to line for him tonight. First free throw crawls off. But this is the closest Scott City has been since they trailed in the middle of the first quarter, 7-2. Mullen replacing Linton, 33-29, 6:49 to go. Second free throw is too strong as well. Rebound to Jackson Rumford, though. Wraparound pass, here's Lawson Bailey's shot blocked out of there. But good job by Scott City getting the board there, and another opportunity here with 6:45 to go. Scott City now 3 of 6 to the line tonight. Goodland is 5 of 11. Inbound in now, Lawson Bailey. Back to Metzger. Turns down the 3, quickly guarded by Braylon Mull. Back over goes to Bailey, left side. Alex Durango on to drive left side. Lost the dribble, now needs help. Finds Jackson Rumford, power dribble, pivots. And he's going to get a foul on the floor. That'll be Goodland's 6th foul of the half with 6:30 to go. And the foul is on Lincoln Cure, his 4th. And Coach Mike Edel will send in Devontae Hardy here with 6:30 to go. And all of a sudden, Scott City with a little pep in their step. They're down 4 here. They need to get production out of this possession here. Down 33-29. Bailey up top to Tarango. Looking to get it in. Does so to Rumford. Backing his way in. Little hook shot. Oh, that went halfway in and crawled out. And the rebound to Devontae Hardy. That was Rumford's first shot attempt of the second half. He has 7 points tonight. And you couldn't get a better look there. That one went halfway in and out. 6:10 to go. Here's Gonzalez. Flips it. Now high to Brumbaugh. He'll penetrate. Kick it over right side to Chanette. 33-29. Goodland lead with the ball. 6 minutes to go. Hardy with it. Puts it on the floor a couple times. Now uses up a dribble right side to Braylon Mull. Mull looking to drive in. He'll do so. And then stripped by Nolan, a steal and a turnover. He'll dribble behind the back. Pivots. He'll try to take it all the way, but he'll flip it to Metzger. Here, out high to Alex Tarango with 5:40 to go. Lawson Bailey, that one is almost thrown away. Now drive in right side, Noel. He'll try a triple. Oh, that one crawls off. Rebound, Lawson Bailey had it ripped away that time by Devontae Hardy for Goodland. 33-29, 5:25 to go. Scott City with a couple possessions there to cut it to a 1-score game, but unable to. Now up top to Mull. Still plenty of time left in this one. Chanette holds it. And now a high to Brumbaugh. Guarded by Lawson Bailey. Can Scott City turn it up a little bit more here on defense? With it is Mull. Back up top to Hardy. Work it left side to Manny Gonzalez here as we approach 5 to go. Gonzalez looking to drive in. Now to Brumbaugh. As Goodland will play a weave up top. Metzger almost ties it up and then reaches in for the foul. That's his second and the team's 6th of the half with 4:58 to go. Goodland with 6 fourth quarter turnovers and 20 for the game. 4:58 left. Can the Beavers rally here for a victory? It'd be a big win for them if they could. Get them to 5 wins before the Christmas break. That hasn't happened in a while. Inbound into the backcourt to Chanette. 4:55 to go. He'll be flanked by Lawson Bailey. Chanette with a high dribble there. And now back to Manny Gonzalez. Both teams with 6 fouls this half. Gonzalez weaves his way through. Up top now will drive. Now left corner to Brumbaugh. Bounce pass into Hardy. He'll catch it to be a foul on the floor. Hardy will have 1-and-1 coming up with 4:42 to go as Jackson Rumford picks up foul number 3 with a push. One and one for Devontae Hardy. He is 1-and-1 at the line tonight. Goodland tonight is 5 of 11 as a team. Scott City, by the way, just 3 of 6. 33-29. Front of the 1-and-1 is crawling in. Man, that just snuck in there. He'll get the bonus. 34-29. Goodland's first points of the period with 4:42 to go. Linton to check in if Hardy hits this free throw. Second free throw. That one bounces in as well. 35-29. Back to a 6-point Cowboy lead. As out will be Braylon Mull, and Goodland will play man-to-man full court pressure of 4:42 to go. Scott City's only hit 1 3 tonight. Goodland's hit 4. They haven't hit one in this second half. They'll get it into Lawson Bailey. He'll pivot. He'll try to bring it across. Beavers have had their chances to get a little closer here. And they will right here with an old 3. Off the heel, but rebound Alex Trango. He'll try to drive in. And he's held going up, and he'll get 2 free throws. Good hustle by Trango here. 4.5 to go. That'll be on Devontae Hardy, his third, with 4.5 to go. And Scott City needs to cash in on these free throws without any time running off the clock with 4.5 to go, down 6. Trango's first is short. He was hustling for it, thinking it was a 1-and-1. It was a 2-shot foul. And now we have an official timeout. Both teams with 7 fouls in the half. And now I think Mikey Dahl talked to the official. He was wondering if they put it the right one with the foul. They originally gave it to Devontae Hardy. Okay, I think they have everything situated here. 4.5 to go. Second free throw for Tarango is up. Kent one won't go either. Hardy crashes the board. He has 9 boards tonight for Goodland. They lead by 6 with the ball, 4:20 to go, 35-29. Scott City cut it to within 4 moments ago. Goodland with a couple free throws by Hardy to make it a 6-point game. And now Linton, or correction, that was Brumball. And now left corner it goes to Chanette halfway through this fourth quarter. Up top and a whistle and a travel out high on Goodland. An unforced error with 4:06 to go. Timeout for Scott City. It's going to be a full. We'll take it as well. 4:06 to go, fourth quarter. It's Goodland 35, Scott City 29. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Park Lane Nursing Home supports the Scott City Beavers in all sports and activities throughout the year. If students are looking for some community hours, give us a call at Park Lane Nursing Home. We're looking for volunteers with projects throughout our building. Park Lane Nursing Home is located at 210 East Park Lane, or you can give us a call at 620-872-5871. And as always, go Beavers!
Fairleigh Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairleigh Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairleigh Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairleigh Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairleigh Feed Yard of Scott City.
(35-29) Goodland leads. Scott City's ball, 4:06 to go. Glad to have you back here as the Cowboys have led this the entire night. Scott City yet to have a lead. It was tied at 2-2 early on, and then Goodland went on a 10-0 run. They've led by as many as 15. Scott City's been able to cut it to 4. That was about 3 minutes ago as we're halfway through this fourth quarter here. Metzger with it down the front court to Jackson Rumford. Metzger has hit Scott City's lone 3 of the night. Make that just 2 threes into Rumford. He's double teamed immediately. He has a season low 7 points to this tries to get it to Avery Knoll. Drives the right baseline. Almost lost the dribble. Now to Alex Trango. Can he hit a 3? That's way strong that time. But right to Rumford. Pump fakes twice. Goes up. Can't get it, but he's got 2 free throws. With 3:39 to go, but an offensive board. Scott City's 4 offensive rebounds in this game have come in the fourth quarter, and Devontae Hardy with foul number 4. With 3:39 left. Team's 8th. 2 free throws for Jackson Rumford, where he's 1 of 2 tonight, looking for his first points in the half. He's coming in averaging 17 and 12 on the year, and he leaves that one short. Boy, Scott City having a tough time again at the line tonight. They are now 3 of 9 at the line. They've missed their last 5. Second free throw, he barely draws any iron, and the rebound goes to Devontae Hardy, who has 9 points and 10 rebounds. Scott City 3 of 11 at the line tonight and trail at 35-29 with 3:28 to go. Goodland, by the way, is 7 of 13. That's a 4-point differential right there, and then you add the 2 threes in there and makes it and the difference in the ball game. 2 more threes made by the Cowboys. 3:15 left. And they go to Chanette underneath. Now back up top. Here's Manny Gonzalez. He'll pull it out with 3 minutes. You know Goodland is going to slow this pace down, but Avery Knoll almost forced the turnover, but could not. And now Scott said he needs to maybe start picking up Goodland out high. When do you start fouling here with 2:50 to go down 6? You don't want to foul Hardy. He's 3 of 3 at the line tonight. And that's going to be a travel on Brumball. 2:47 to go. In will be Cole Linton, and also back in as Lincoln Cure. Devontae Hardy and Braylon Moore check out for the Cowboys. Scott said he needs to get some points. They're on a 3-minute-plus drought. Goodland has only scored 2 points in this fourth quarter. It's 35-29, 2:45 to go. Here's Nolan to the front court, lobs it to Metzger, a screen. Here's a 3 on the way. Oh, too strong, long rebound. That was a good look. Linton with it for Goodland. 2.5 to go in this one. Manny Gonzalez goes left here to Brumbaugh. He'll drive in. Oh, he walks again. That's their 9th turnover this fourth quarter. Scott City needs to take advantage of these turnovers. They've been unable to tonight. That's their 23rd of the night with 2:27 left. Beavers down 6 at 35-29. We've been stuck here for a little over 2 minutes. Trango into Rumford, bump it, picked back up. Cure with 4 fouls. There's Metzger. He'll drive right side. He'll take it. His runner, bank shot, too strong in the rebound. Goodland in the hands of Cure. Scott City just cannot buy a basket here in the last 4 minutes as we approached 2 minutes ago. In fact, neither team can. In the front court, it goes to Lincoln Cure. Cure skips it over left corner to Brumbaugh. Here's a 3, and that is in and out rebound to Jackson Rumford. A big break there for Scott City. They need points here now. With minute 50 to go, Rumford with it. Cannot afford to hesitate on offense. Metzger looking to drive in. He's cut off. 35-29. We've been stuck at this score for 3 minutes here. Driving in, here's Noel trying to get it to Rumford. Loses it, picks it back up. Trickles out to Scott City here. Now Bailey with it. They need to do something right now. Noel, can he hit a 3? Oh, that was too strong. Rebound tipped, and Metzger has it. Saves it to Tarango with 1:25 to go. And he will get it to Metzger, and that's going to be a charge. Man, oh man. Scott City hustled for everything, comes up empty-handed. Metzger, his 3rd foul, team's 8th, and Scott City's first turnover of the fourth quarter, 1:21 to go. Duff in for Scott City, replacing Alex Tarango. The Beavers just missed their opportunities here to get this to within 6. And a whistle and a timeout for Goodland. They're down to 1. It's a full with 1:21 to go. We'll come back in 1 minute, 35-29. Goodland up by 6. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Shopping for paint and lumber supplies.
Play the legal ID before you bring it back here, please. Actually, make this a 30-second timeout.
At Scott County Lumber, they treat you as their top customer with fall and cooler temperatures. It's a great time to start your fall
is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and in the end the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111
Dr.
for
Yeager
current
with
pricing.
Co-Health
Our dedicated
Chiropractic
employees
Office, what
and
do
their
you
families
strive
are very
for with your
important to us,
patients?
and we
Our
are
goal,
proud of their
our
children
vision,
that are
our
current
desire
beavers and
is to
individuals
help
that will
our
grow into
communities be
those
healthier
roles in the
and be
future.
able to
Fairleigh
provide
Feed
that
Yard
quality
is
health
privileged
not
to
just for
support
today,
Scott City
but
youth
I'd
and
like
are
to sit
honored
across
to
the
cheer on the
table from
Beavers.
patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their life. How do we get a hold of you? 271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Scott City needs a little bit of a miracle here. Goodland with the ball up by 6 here with 1:18 to go. The Beavers are on a 5.5-minute drought. Goodland is on a 3-minute drought, but they have the 6-point lead. Scott City needs to start fouling now, and they get a tie-up. Do they? Yes, they do. That'll work better than a foul. But Scott City has had so many opportunities in this fourth quarter to get it even closer. They have just come up empty-handed tonight here. 1:05 to go. Here's Duff. He'll launch a 3 off the inbounds. Oh, no good. And another rebound to Goodland. And it's final minute of this one. Brumball. Scott City needs to foul right now, and Duff tries to, but Goodland will break the press. And now into the hands of Linton up top to Gonzalez here. 48 seconds and a foul on Duff, his first, team's 9th. Man, feels like Scott City is 0 for a million as of late here in the last 5 minutes here. They've had some good looks. They're on a 6-minute scoring drought. Both teams shooting it about as cold as the Arctic front that's going to come through tomorrow night. Manny Gonzalez 1-1 coming up. He's 1 of 2 at the line. Not a bad one to foul here. As Goodland tonight is 7 of 13, make it 7 of 14. Rebound to Nolan. Scott City needs to push at the pace. 45 seconds to go down 6. They have 2 timeouts to the Beavers. Here's Duff with it. Now needs help, finds Nolan to Rumford. It's deflected, picked up by Noel. He'll wrap it around to Rumford. Pump fakes, goes up, and finally gets it to go in. He has 9 timeouts, Scott City. 35-31 with 31.4 to go. And Scott City burns a timeout. I think it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. Braylon Mole will check in for Goodland out of that 30-second break with 31.4 to go. 35-31, Scott City trails by 4. Goodland has not had a field goal in this fourth quarter. Their 2 points came at the line from Devontae Hardy with 4:42 left. Scott City had it to within 33-29 with 6:51 to go. They had ample opportunities to get it closer than 4, and then they've had ample opportunities to get it closer than 6. Goodland's turned the ball over. They've turned the ball over 10 times in this fourth quarter. They have 29 in the game unofficially. Scott City only has 1 turnover in this fourth quarter, but just missed opportunities after missed opportunities after missed opportunities for Scott City. But give credit to Goodland. They got out early big, and they've been able to survive Scott City's storm here. The Beavers apply full court pressure. Both teams down to 1 timeout. Baseball pass down the floor to Manny Gonzalez. He'll catch it. He will lay it up and score it. He has 3 points, 37-31 with 26 seconds to go. They beat the full court press that time. Metzger with it. Scott City cannot waste any time here. They have to launch a 3. And here's Bailey. Too strong rebound. Rumford follow. He has 11. And Scott City will burn their final timeout with 14.4 at 37-33. At 14.4 to go. We'll keep it right here, which looks right now 37-33 deficit. That was a good trap off the inbounds, and Manny Gonzalez got past the defense and laid it up to make it 37-31. It's now 37-33 with 14.4 to go, and it looks like it's going to be a Goodland victory here tonight. And what's been a pretty decent second half effort on the defensive end for Scott City. They've only given up 13 second half points. The Beavers have scored 20 points in the second half, but they just dug themselves too big of a hole in the first half, and it looks like it's going to come back and haunt them here in the end, as Goodland is about to snap a 4-game losing streak here to the Beavers here with 14.4 to go. Scott City out of timeouts, by the way. But I think if Coach Gentry talks about it in the postgame, I think he'll signal the first half was the difference in this ball game. Scott City with 9 fouls and they have Goodland. By the way, if there is a tie-up, possession arrow does favor Goodland. So everything kind of points into Goodland's favor right now as Goodland runs the inbounds. They get it into Brady Brumball, and he's a very good free throw shooter as Dylan Metzger fouls for the 4th time. That runs off 3.1 seconds, 11.3 to go, and it's double bonus time here for Goodland. And Brumball with 11 points tonight. He had 3 threes in that first half. And by the way, Goodland has not connected on a three-pointer in this second half. And they're about to come out of here with their first victory in Scott City since 2018. First of 2 free throws for Brumball is good. Goodland has connected on 3 of their first 4 in this fourth quarter at the line. They're now 8 of 15 for the game. Scott City's missed a slew of free throws in this fourth quarter and making both. It's now 39-33, 11.3 to go. Scott City will need a couple threes here. Time's going to run out on him. Here's Metzger, launches a 3, crawls off, rebound. Goodland, that'll be it here. And he'll foul with 2 seconds to go. Cole Linton will have 2 free throws coming up. Jackson Rumford is 4th with 2 seconds to go. He'll finish with 11 points. as Goodland is going to go to 4-2 and a huge win for them getting into the break. Scott City is going to drop back-to-back games with a very good Hugueta team coming up. It's going to be a brutal schedule coming out of the Christmas break. 40-33, 2 seconds to go. Linton with his 4th point of the night. And his 5th point put the icing on, 41-33. And Scott City will dribble this one out. Final score, Goodland 41, Scott City 33. The Beavers are 4-3 on the year. Goodland improves to 4-2. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
It's the year-end Big Finish sales event going on right now at Lot Motors in Dodge City. It's the perfect time to purchase a new 2022 Chrysler Dodge Ram truck. If you don't see what you want in the lot, just ask for the sales staff. And they Big Finish sales event and take advantage of modern facility with state-of-the-art equipment. They continually strive to develop comprehensive services to fill their patients' needs. The specialty clinic at Scott Hospital offers a variety of specialists you would only expect in a large hospital. Physician about a referral to meet with one of our visiting specialty doctors. Scott County Hospital. We put our heart in healthcare.
$41-33 your final here. We'll come back and